Raider way, or the Raider tenets of commitment to excellence, just win, baby. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
To the back, and it's caught! There for the touchdown! Zach Wilson throws in traffic. It's picked off by Robert Spillane. Spillane taking off. He's down. He's in a little bit of trouble, but Adams gets him out of it. He got free in the secondary to the 23-yard. Adams, he's got it! Touchdown, Raiders! Oh, a dice roll in Vegas for 6. The Raiders at the 40-yard line, and O'Connell wants to take a deep shot. And he's got Trey Tucker out there, Tucker diving, and he makes the catch inside the 10.
There's a team in California which calls itself pro football's dynamic organization. This team also lists as its assets a commitment to excellence, pride, and poise, and a monumental rise to greatness. If you haven't guessed by now, the team is the Oakland Raiders, and as the saying goes, if you say it but don't do it, that's bragging. If you say it and then do it, that's fact. The Raiders have merely been stating the facts because in the last 16 seasons, they've won more football games than any other team in the NFL.
Yeah. They wanna know how to get like me. Dream so big that I cannot sleep. Put in that time and I put in that grind. I'm the best in the world, that's all I see. Never back down, I'm standing strong. They gonna talk, but they all been wrong. What they gonna say when I keep going up? What they gonna do when I don't fall off? Look at my skills, look at my flaws. Never been perfect, I'm not a god, but I'm a goat. Been the greatest whenever I spoke. Looking around and they doing the most. Whatever I touch, I turn it to gold. Tell them there's levels to be in the game. They wanna compete, but they not coming close. No, I'ma keep going again and again. Whatever I want, I'ma get. They gon' be saying they know I'm a friend of a friend. Whenever I become the best, I don't be spending my time on the internet. I just be living it out in the flesh. I don't need nothing to motivate me. Winners are never gon' wait for success. Yeah. Look at my neck, shining. Look at my bank, comments. Look at my wrist, AP. Who is the GOAT? I am. Look at my neck, shining. Look at my bank, comments. Look at my wrist, AP. Who is the GOAT? I am.
Here to introduce General Manager of the Las Vegas Raiders, John Spytek, and the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, Pete Carroll.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate you all showing up here tonight, man. Really do appreciate it. Salute to the chat, salute to the mods in the chat, and salute to anybody that's going to watch this video later on. So basically, just want to hop into it. Salute Ozzy, salute Seth. Really do appreciate you, frickin'. So basically, over the last about month or so, everybody's been speculating on who we're going to go after, who we're targeting in the draft, and so on. a lot of reports have started to come out more and more and more that, just like Cam said basically in his pro day, that he feels he solidified his position to the Titans at the number 1. The more and more you just think about who's going to go to the Browns, it's going to be frickin' Shadir. The Browns don't have quarterback under center outside of Pickett for this upcoming year, and Watson restructured his contract to give him $35 million. Plus, he's going to be down pretty much the whole year. So you have to think they're going to have to go quarterback. There was a press or a podcast that Myles Garrett was on, and Myles Garrett felt pretty confident he knew who the quarterback was going to be under center going into the 2025 season. So if I'm just guessing, I'm just going to say Shadir and Cam are 1 and 2 off the board. When you get to the Giants, it can go a lot of different ways at that point. They can go after Hunter. They can go after Carter. They can go after T-Mac. I mean, Will Johnson. There's a lot of different scenarios that they can go on there. Salute, Rudy. Appreciate you, bro. They can go after a lot of different scenarios when it comes to the Giants. When it goes to, if I'm just thinking, okay, this is how I think it would go. Ward to Tennessee, Shadir to the Browns. I believe that if Carter's on the board at the Giants pick, they'll go with Carter because of the fact that Giants are known for a defensive team and really high-profile players in those positions. I can see him most definitely taking Carter. Then you're going to see the Patriots come up on the board. Patriots are going to take Hunter. I can guarantee it if he's the guy on the board. If the Patriots take Hunter at 4, Jacksonville takes Mason Graham at 5. I've said it like this is how I look at mock drafts and how I look at players and how I look at deals. Okay. There's scenarios here where they're like, okay, they're going to go wide receiver. They're going to go quarterback. They're going to go halfback. They're going to go cornerback. They pop it up 30 different ways. All right. You can pop it up any ways people want. But there's one thing that's always been common over all the years of mock drafts or not. We've never taken players in mock drafts that were not mocked to us. So if dudes across the board, somewhere along the board, and doing 1, 2, 3, 4 mocks during the season, they were going to mock certain players to us. The things that I know is one, I've been really the only person that's talked about Jackson Dart to the Raiders. I literally was the first person that brought him up in week 3 of the after we played the Panthers. I said, man, the Raiders should target fucking Jackson Dart and Ole Miss. I mean, I was the only one that even brought that conversation up. There was no beat writers. There were no ESPN. There was nobody talked about Dart. And to be honest, every single motherfucker out there that brought up Dart talked about him being a 5th round, 6th round. That's all they said. 5th, 6th round draft pick. That's where he's at. You can get him in the 5th and 6th. I said in week 3 of the regular season that he would be a top 15 pick. I literally said that we could easily go after him. Not even a doubt. And that was in week 3 of the regular season. I also said at the end of the season that if Quentin Ewers was to win his bowl game against Ohio State, that he would probably be a top 3 pick. See, a lot of people don't really study quarterbacks or study people or projections. What happens is a lot of people want to come in on the year of drafting, watch highlights, and then say, oh, see, this is where it is. That's not how you scout players. I've watched most of these quarterbacks for the last 4 years. I've literally watched all these kids play for multiple years over and over and over. Different schools, different systems, different places. I didn't pull up a highlight reel. I've yet to pull up one highlight reel on my lives at all, even this year, period. Because that's not how you evaluate tape. You don't go out there and say, well, in this highlight, this happened or this. It's not how it goes. The way that the tape works is that you watch a game in Alabama, you watch a game in Georgia, you watch a game in frickin' Michigan, you watching games all over the place. So when a guy gets down in fucking first quarter and he's down 14 points and he has to come back and bring his team, there's a lot more to games than a highlight. There's a way how a player drives, a player works, just how his chemistry is with individuals. So when people do these projections and then we don't watch tape or we don't study fucking players just to see them this year and then speak about their career, It's just crazy. It's lunatic. You can't do that shit. I knew in week three of the regular season, for any fucking dude out there, that Dart would be in the fucking top 5, if not top 15 draft pick. I knew it in week 3. Nobody, no motherfucker out here, no YouTuber, no fucking content creator, no fucking dude that even follows my page, but a few people said that he would be fucking in the top first round pick. They all said it was crazy. They all said crazy. Oh, it's crazy. He's going to be fucking 4th and 6th round. Well, guess who was right in week 3 of the season? And guess who had to wait till the fucking beat writers told them and, just a fucking few weeks ago? Like, that's the difference. I know my quarterbacks because I watch them. I study them. I know them long before any motherfucker speaks on them, speaks about them. I said Quentin Ewers would be a great option if he was able to win out that Texas game. He got fucking shunned on pretty hard in that deal. So it's going to drop his stock, but it doesn't make him any lesser of a player. It's not going to make the kid any different coming to the NFL. He still got the talent. He still has the arm. He still has the play style. He is still a great fucking player. So I've always said it like this. Alabama is like the perfect example of when Nick Saban was with Alabama, you knew if he got a quarterback and he fucking coached them and he won all the conference title of the whole fucking college, led every fucking team in college through the whole fucking nation, and he goes and wins a championship, not one, maybe 2, fucking passes on to the next guy, does the same fucking thing over and over and over. But when those players leave college and come to the NFL and end up in a place like Jacksonville or end up in a place like the Panthers or, wherever they may go, those fucking guys that tend to fail. Do you think they fell because they weren't good in the NFL? Or do you think they tend to fail because the coach that they went to wasn't good enough to coach him like Nick Saban can coach the motherfucker? If Nick Saban can teach a fucking player in college and be a great motherfucker, and he makes a transition to the NFL and goes to an organization like the fucking Browns, and they can't develop him, he's never going to be good. You think when Brock Purdy was in the fucking getting drafted, they paid him in the fucking 5th, 6th round. Motherfuckers didn't think he was going to be anything. And then guess what? Kyle Shanahan got him and made him fucking a Super Bowl contender. Like, people don't understand the concept, the game of fucking football. Just because a player does something in college does not mean he'll have the exact same transition into the NFL, nor will he fucking even have the success. Some people that have no success in college have great success in the NFL, and some people that have fucking no success and or have a lot of success in college have no success in the NFL. It's facts. It's proven fucking facts. And not only is it proven facts, it's actually got a pretty high statistic of, like I've been saying for the last fucking few years, first round draft picks don't mock. They don't fucking mock. They don't usually pan out. Only X amount in the first round even become good players. And that's just facts. People were saying years ago, oh, John Gruden, he had 3 first round picks. He couldn't hit, blah, 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 blah. Hey, a lot of motherfuckers don't hit on first rounds. It's just facts. And there's 32 teams that fucking pick a first round pick every single year. By 10 years, it'd be 320 first round draft picks in the NFL. And there's not. It doesn't work like that. More people have a higher success rate to be thrown out of the NFL in a first round draft pick in the first few years than a guy that's drafted in the later round, because he's not projected to have such a high ceiling. He's able to develop and he's able to, spend a longer longevity in the NFL, which multiple years, fucking sometimes 2, 3 fucking contracts. A guy in the first round has to produce. If he does not produce, he does not get the growing pains. He does not get the time to fucking advance and then get that next contract. They're like, fuck you. We're not paying you 20 fucking million a year. So good luck, and then out he goes. Or if he goes to some team that somebody's like, fuck it, I'll take a risk on him. But everybody takes risk on everybody and they don't usually pan out. So at the end of the day, this is what I say. I know my players. I've hit my picks in the draft multiple times. I picked my quarterbacks in the fucking draft to our team. Like, I know our fucking team pretty fucking well when it comes to certain deals. And like I said, with Telesco, is kind of hit and miss because of the fact new guy, don't really know the way he was looking at, but still was able to gauge multiple of his picks. And this one coming in, I'm kind of tossed in a few different directions, because When you get to the 6th pick, which is our pick, then everybody goes to the Jeanty deal. You have Spytek just locked in on Jeanty. Like, Spytek wants Jeanty. Like, there's no fucking doubt about it. Dude went to lunch and breakfast or lunch and dinner with the fucking coach, went to lunch with Jeanty. He was the only guy that stayed after, interviewed him. I mean, Spytek wants Jeanty. There's no doubt about it. And this is what I think. If there's not a quarterback that's going to be at that pick, they're going to pick Jeanty. 100% facts, because you have to look at it like this. People are going to say, well, if you take a quarterback in the first round, and this would also relate into Gino's contract of why he hasn't got an extension. The reason I feel he hasn't got an extension is because of the fact that why would you go out and guarantee him 3 to 4 year contract, give him all this $150 fucking million when you don't even know if you're going to have a quarterback at the 6th pick? If you have a quarterback at the 6th pick, logic says you don't want to fucking give Gino a fucking 3-year contract, because now you're paying your first round draft pick sit on the bench for 3 fucking years before he has his 4th year play. It just doesn't make sense. And again, if you draft a guy like Shadir or somebody of that, they're not going to sit on the bench for that many years. They're just not going to do it. So it doesn't make sense to give Gino a contract right now. What makes sense is if you go into the first round, you fucking know that you're not getting a quarterback, then you say, okay, we will extend Gino for the next 2 to 3 years, and we will take a quarterback in the next, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, and then we'll let him sit behind Gino for the next few years and develop. That's when you give Gino the contract extension, knowing that you're not taking him in the first fucking round. If you don't take quarterback first round, you give Gino the contract extension. If you take a quarterback in the first round, you fucking let Gino play out the rest of this year, and you fucking move on from him at the end of the year and go that route. Do I believe that the Raiders are going to target Jeanty? Yes, I'm 100% confident that the Raiders pick is motherfucking Jeanty, because they're not looking at a quarterback's development. They're not looking at taking Dart, or if Shadir falls, it's more of a Tom Brady. It's more of a Tom Brady deal. It has more sense to sit and say, if Tom Brady has an investment into Shadir Sanders, it only makes sense for Tom to draft Shadir because, one, he's fucking sponsored the kid. He's been in his IRLs. Tom Brady got money invested in him. So yeah, it makes sense that Tom Brady would want to draft Shadir Sanders. But if Shadir Sanders is not on that fucking board and we cannot get him, I believe it's going to be Jeanty. Listen, when it comes to like fucking Will Howard or Mason Graham or things like this, right? Christian Wilkins just freed up 30, what was it? I think he freed up pretty good amount, 15 million or so dollars. He freed up on his contract because he's showing he wants to stay. So you can already tell when people do their contracts like that, it's because they're going to be longevity players. Like, it's just how it works. Or that goes into a void year on the final year. But at the end of the day, they could have just redid fucking Colton Miller's and Jacoby Myers' contract and did it for nothing. They could have just gave them a contract and they would have got fucking money back in return. So there's multiple ways they could have gone about this, but this is what it tells me. One, they've targeted, I feel they already have their starting corners. So I don't feel, and there's not been one mock draft by any fucking person like Mel Kiper or fucking Jeremiah or any ESPN that mock him to our fucking team. When you look at the mocks that are mocked to us, most of them have been pretty much around 3 players, either Shadir falling to us, either it being fucking the wide receiver, T-Mac, or fucking Ashton Jeanty. Those have been the consistent players mocked to our team in the first round. If we are expecting different people, then we're just letting ourselves down, because as much as I may want Dart, it doesn't mean that the Raiders fucking want Dart at that deal. And this is what will piss me off. And I don't give fucking what any person thinks, feels, how they think they know football. If the Jets take Dart at 7, I'd fucking slap the Raiders, dude. Like, literally just slap them, because there's no fucking way we don't value Dart at the 6th pick and the Jets value Dart at the 7th pick. It just would not make no fucking sense. So to me, if the Jets are targeting Dart at the 7th overall pick, we should be targeting Dart at the 6th overall pick. It is just straight facts. But this is the second part of it. Salute, James. Appreciate you, bro. This is the second part of how you would have to look at this. Would I want Dart? Fucking A. I want Dart over all of them. I've said it over and over and over. Dart's my dude. I would take that guy in a heartbeat. He's been my guy from day one. So, but at the end of the day, I got to think about logic, and I got to say, okay, he's probably not a realistic option. It's more my preference of who I would like. Salute Dark Clothing. Appreciate you, bro. It's more of my preference. That's who I want. That's who I'm honed in on. That's who I want to see the Raiders target. But at the end of the day, it's about what's going to help Pete and them win right fucking now. See, Pete isn't out here worrying about how individual fans feel about their take on what player they should take or how they feel about my decision or anybody else's decision out here. See, what Pete has to look at is he says like this: I got Geno Smith, I have Jacoby, I have fucking Tucker, I have Bowers, I got Mayer, I got a plethora of people. I don't have a fucking halfback. Halfback on this team right now helps us win right now. Day fucking one, first game of the season on the motherfucking field. Halfback helps you win right now. And especially a guy like Jeanty, he most definitely makes you a fucking day one contending team offensively. The thing we've struggled with, and I don't care how people's view of it is, look, Josh Jacobs was the closest halfback we had to an actual proven number one halfback. But Josh Jacobs also plagued injury. He also fucking wasn't in a lot of fucking games. At the end of the day, Ashton Gentry's going to give you the number one halfback that we've all been talking about, we've all been fucking saying. I look at it like this. When Khalil Mack got traded, and every person said you cannot fucking replace him, he's irreplaceable, blah, blah, fucking blah, and we drafted Max fucking Crosby. Well, guess what? We got rid of fucking Josh. People said you're not going to replace him. You went through last year with shit halfbacks, and then bam, here motherfucking Gentry just sitting in your motherfucking lap. So to not take Gentry at that pick, if there is not a quarterback, it would be stupid by the organization. It doesn't matter how people want to say that, oh, this halfback class is so deep and this, that, the other. I'm not going to argue that. There's actually projected to be 14 starting halfbacks in this upcoming draft, in the 2025 draft class. There's supposed to be 14 projected picks that are going to be starters at halfback. Well, I'm going to tell you it like this. Gentry kicked their fucking ass all year long in the NFL or in the college in Boise fucking State. And he fucking went against great fucking teams. And the motherfucker had 1,950 fucking yards plus on after the contact. Motherfucker hit a guy. He rushed for 2,600 total yards, but his hit after the carry was 1,950. That's fucking insane. So to sit and say, I like Henderson, I like numerous motherfuckers in North Carolina fucking halfback. I like fucking dude from Arizona State, fucking Skatebo. I mean, I like a lot, but they are not motherfucking Gentry. No way, no fucking how. They were on better programs. They were on better fucking teams. Like, no, Gentry is in a class of his fucking own, and it's not even fucking close. So to imply that Gentry wouldn't be worth that pick, or the fuck he ain't. The fuck he's not. He's the second fucking runner-up in the Heisman, dude. The dude fucking outclassed every motherfucker in the rushing yards by a mile. It wasn't even fucking close. Yeah, Gentry like the second fucking pick on the board if motherfuckers up there didn't need quarterbacks. Those quarterbacks ain't there. Gentry ass going off that board. So, and he still might. He still might. Fuck, you never know. Maybe if they say, I mean, the Giants can take Gentry, especially getting fucking Russell Wilson, dude, and then saying, like, fuck it, we missed on Shadir. They could most definitely take Gentry 100%. And this is how I look at it. Pete Carroll has great success with halfbacks that get drafted in rounds 2 and 3. And you're telling me he gets a fucking Ashton Gentry in round 1. He's going to knock the socks off of motherfuckers. And when you have a Geno Smith, that's almost the piece you need. It's almost the piece you fucking need. See, we get so trapped up in our feelings about we want the quarterback. We want the quarterback. And listen, there is other options. There's a lot of other options. It's just like I said about Quentin Ewers earlier. If Quentin Ewers wins his bowl game against fucking Ohio State, he is a top 5 draft pick. It's not even debatable. The fact that that fucking guy got whooped up, the fact that that guy got fucking strip sacked, the fact that he got embarrassed at the end of the game, that's what's going to change how people look at his projection. If that fucking guy would have finished off that bitch in the top, he would be top fucking 3, top 5 pick easy. It's not even close. Quentin Ewers is young, talented as fuck, dude. He had to deal with the whole Archie Manning bullshit over there, especially when he got hurt. They brought him into play. You've got a lot of fucking things in there, like a lot of things that happen in there. So I'm not blaming Quentin Ewers. I actually said he should have went back to Alabama, fucking Georgia. He should have went somewhere, North Carolina. He should have fucking went back, dude, for a year, got that money like Beck did with fucking Miami, and just took the next year to develop, come back. He would have been top 5 pick easy. But the fact that people are judging him off of that fucking Texas game, look, I'm telling you right now, I will draft Quentin Ewers. If we decide that we go Jeanty in the first round, if we can pull Campbell off in the second round with fucking linebacker, if we can pull Campbell off in the second round and get Quentin Ewers in the third round, I mean, I would do that in a fucking heartbeat, because then I would sign Geno Smith to a 2-year contract, probably 90 fucking million, 2-year, 90 million. I'd give him the whole fucking thing, fully guaranteed. Who gives a shit? Because if he don't work, he goes to the backup. And people say, well, you're going to give him 45 million in the backup. Well, yeah, the Falcons giving fucking Kirk Cousins same shit. So what's it fucking matter? At the end of the day, motherfucker's on the team and he's sitting in the backfield. We got him regardless. So if Quentin Ewers is able to outproduce him in year 2, then you let Quentin take over. But what I think would make more sense is let Geno make his 2-year run, fucking see if his production's here in the beginning. If it is, then you run with him. You don't just cut him, dude. Let fucking Quentin Ewers sit and develop. Quentin Ewers is only going to be like 24 when he gets to start. Motherfucker, he's young as fuck, dude, and he's hella good. He's hella good quarterback. So for me, that's what I think would be smart for the Raiders, to go halfback, linebacker, fucking quarterback, and you're locked up for a fucking good long minute. I think the Raiders fucked up by not fucking offering Christian Ellis a fucking 2-year, $16 million, or like a 2-year, $18 million contract, because it doesn't make sense that the Raiders would offer him a 2-year, $13.5 million contract, and then the fucking goddamn New England just says, fuck it, I'll match his fucking contract. The kid is 26 years old. He's a great up-and-coming player. That kid would have made massive difference on our fucking team behind fucking Roberts. He would have been fucking killer. And we just fucking fucked the pooch on him, dude. And I can't stand that shit. I can't stand that the Patriots came in, didn't give a fuck about spending their money. They spent their money on all kind of motherfucking players. And we're over here offering Christian Ellis a 2-year, $13.5 million. So you have to draft the linebacker. You just got to draft the linebacker. Unless we're able to get fucking Isaiah Simmons on this motherfucking team somehow, then I would fucking do that. But I mean, I'll take Isaiah Simmons right now if I could most definitely get it. But at the end of the day, I've said you got to go by what's need of the team. If in the first round, it's halfback, 100%. It's the biggest hole on the team. We have no halfback there, dude. Fucking Monster's a great guy. He can play good, but he's not the same guy he was 4 years ago when he rushed for 18 touchdowns. Like, he gets injured. He's a good mentor. It's why it leads to the Jeanty pick, because that's what he knows, Chip Kelly's system. He was brought into fucking Eagles by Chip Kelly. He was brought to the Niners by Chip Kelly. And then now he's here at the Raiders with Chip Kelly. So he's a mentor guy, dude. He's going to know everything about his system, how to run it, how to fall in line. So I believe that I think he's going to take him for sure, because I've said it, quarterback isn't even the biggest need because he's not playing year 1. Like Rudy thinks corner. Corner is not a first-round draft need. It's not. We already have our starting corners here on the team right now. So to draft a fucking corner like Will Johnson that gets injured like motherfucker, to put him at first need, no. He does not have a bigger need than Ashton Jeanty. It's facts, dude. Like, Ashton Jeanty has a purpose, starting with purpose on the team right fucking now. Will Johnson does not have the need of starting right now. Mason fucking Graham does not have the deal of starting right now. Unless we switch our system to a fucking 4-3 where you have 2 down fucking DTs, it does not make no fucking sense to draft a dude like Mason Graham that just wreaks havoc on people and have Christian Wilkins on the team. Christian Wilkins is not playing backup. He's not going to play backup, second string. That's not happening. So you have to put the team need. If we look at the next crucial point, it's going to be linebacker. You have Robert, dude, and yes, he's a good player, but you still haven't filled out your outsides. You still have not solidified. Robert can probably play a good linebacker for another 4 to 5 years at best, dude, if he's playing at a very high level. If you're looking at Roberts, you'll probably see production change in the next 2 years. It can stay even or it can go off. Like there's a lot of fucking things that go in there. But it would say if you were to get Campbell, you're solidifying your future. When Roberts shits up in his contract, Campbell's takes over, boom, right in and takes off. It's a massive need for where we're at. The safeties, I feel like we're okay at safety. If we take a safety in the later round, I think we're going to be all right. If we take a corner in the later round, we're going to be all right. But Cameron, Richardson and them, they're going to fucking play. Richardson had a very good fucking upside at the end of the year when they brought him in, and he got to play in the fucking slot and outside. Richardson actually put up decently stats. So there's players here already. They're not just going to move off of the corners. I've said our opinion of Jack Jones or not isn't the same opinion that fucking Pete Carroll and them have. I look at it like this. When Pete Carroll and them said to fucking Booger Eaton Mitchell, when Pete Carroll told Mitchell, we are releasing you at the post June 1st deadline, but he felt the physical is why we were able to dump him before, but he let him know ahead of time that we were dumping him. If we were dumping Jack Jones, I think they would have told him the same shit. I think they would have literally told Jack Jones the same fucking shit at the same fucking time. I don't think they're going to drag it on and be like, oh, hell, at the end, we're going to cut him on a rookie contract, paying him $3 fucking million. Nope, it's dumb business. They're not going to cut him. Jack Jones will be on this motherfucking team come next year. It is 100% fact. So I don't think they're targeting corner at the deal. It's just the way the lineup is. It's not bias. It's not this. It's factual truth. So when you look at Geno on the offense, Geno will need the halfback to lighten up the fucking weight on the offense for him. So it's going to be tandem fucking Jeanty and motherfucking Monster. Now, if the Jets or the Giants decide to take him at the third, I'm not gonna lie, that would mean Abdul Carter's still on the fucking board. If Abdul Carter makes it to us, he ain't going past us. Like, I'll tell you that right now. Like, Abdul Carter is 100% going to be a Raider. If Travis Hunter makes it to us, he's going to be a Raider. I mean, there's too many different people that are going to be there. If the people don't take them in the front, they're going to flip to the back. And there's no fucking way the Raiders are like, fuck it. Let's not take Travis Hunter. Let's take fucking Will Johnson. No fucking way. There's absolutely zero chance of that. So, like I said, at the end of the day, there's just more personal and team need of the halfback if you're not playing the quarterback year one. So it doesn't really fucking matter. Like, it's just really pointless when we build ourselves up on the quarterback conversation to pick him with the first overall, 6th overall pick. He's not starting. So it almost makes zero sense. And if we're labeling ourselves to like Kansas City Chiefs, when they took Mahomes, they had a team already. They already had a team and they were already winning. So I don't think it was really like, oh, they picked Mahomes and sat him for the year. They already had the team put together for the most part. So that's all I would say. At the end of the day, that's what I would say about this scenario, the conversation, because I think, like I've said, the certain teams are going to take certain players already. It's just who they are, and it's what they need. And I've said, look at it like this, okay? I've been sitting here thinking for, I don't know, maybe the last 2 weeks, right? I've been saying, hey man, I don't think the Raiders are trying to go out and do the best they can to win right now. I've said this numerous times because I feel like some of these picks, they're good picks. They're just not picks that we would think, right? They're not picks where we're like, damn man, why didn't we sign that guy? Or how come we didn't go get this fucking guy? Like, we have the money, but we're not spending the money, right? So that's what my mind frame was for like the last few weeks. But then I started thinking about shit. Then I started watching old videos and started watching old drafts and started watching different conversations with Tom Brady and how he thought when he was younger and how he thinks when he's older, which is the same fucking thing. He's just like Trump. He never switches his shit. So I started looking at it, and then I started thinking, okay, man, just recently, salute, Al, appreciate you, bro. Said just recently, the Patriots signed defensive tackle, I think Williams from the Jets, and or not the Jets, the Eagles. And he's the highest paid player outside of quarterback in the history of the Patriots at $26 million. Okay. So outside of Tom Brady getting 25 fucking million per year, there's not been another player, Randy Moss included, that made more money outside of the quarterback of that money. So this is how I had to start thinking about shit. I started sitting here and thinking, like, what did Pete Carroll and Spytek both tell you when they started in the presser? They said, we're a phone call away from Tom Brady. Tom Brady's really in on this deal. We talk to him all the time. We like the idea of where he's heading with the organization. They literally talk about every fucking thing about Brady. Now, this is what I started thinking. If Brady didn't want Chin, or Brady didn't want fucking Roberts, or Brady didn't see certain players around here, we sure in the fuck wouldn't have him. He's not allowing Spytek to go out and get fucking just anybody he wants. Tom Brady has an idea, Tom Brady has a system, and Tom Brady has a fucking plan. And they are building this plan to Tom Brady's fucking view. And I've said it. If Tom Brady didn't like the monster idea or a certain player that we went out and got, Roberts, Chin, fucking Lonnie fucking Johnson, and dude, I was just kind of mind blown when we grabbed him. Players of these deals, Tom Brady would be like, fuck that. I did not just fire AP, fucking get control of the Raiders, and this is the shit we're doing. No, Tom Brady literally advocated against it the whole entire time last year. That's why he resumed responsibility into this year. There's no fucking way Tom Brady was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's go get these shit ass players so that way I can look like a failure and go. No, you know what Tom Brady's doing? Tom Brady's watching tape, watching him when he's out there interviewing or goes to these games, and he says, this guy plays fucking hard. This guy's a hard fighting motherfucker, and we don't got to pay him fucking $17 million because this guy's all glorified and this dude's about fucking thumping your ass. Like, we don't need to do that. Spillane, same fucking thing with Spillane. Yeah, was Spillane okay? Yes, he was okay, but he would never catch the fucking Eldon Roberts fucking run grade of a 90 fucking 4. Fucking Spillane couldn't even stop a run 6 yards in. Motherfuckers gained 6 to 7 yards every fucking run up the gut on Spillane all year long. Roberts ain't going to let you get across the fucking line most of the time. Like, Roberts going to seek to destroy your ass in that backfield. So it's just like they've said. It's just like they've said with certain things. These players in here are meant to destroy. And look, Al. The Alex Kappa deal is a perfect example, okay? I fucking hated the signing. Right when they signed that Alex Kappa, I was like, these guys are fucking dipshits. You literally just signed a guy that gave up 12 sacks again on the Bengals line and fucking got cut off the team. And we signed that motherfucker before free agency. I was pissed, dude. But then I started thinking about it a few days later, once I was like, wasn't pissed off about it no more. I started fucking looking it up, and I started looking in his career, and I started looking up his career under Tom Brady's tenure, looked it up after Tom Brady's tenure, looked it up when he went to the Bengals, seen that there were hella injuries, seen that a lot of people didn't like the O-line coach and the system that they were running there on the line. Most motherfuckers ain't on the line no more, and they got a new offensive line coach. So a lot of that could have just fell into bad system, bad play, bad everything. You know, people sit here and say They're like, we need to fix the Raiders O-line. You're fucking dumb. Why the fuck would we fix the O-line? Colton Miller is just goddamn fine. JPJ at fucking center is just damn fine. Parham at guard is fine. Fucking DeMar Glaze at fucking tackle is fine. And if Alex Cappa works out like he should work out in previous stints, he should be just goddamn fine. It's the system that they went from power to zone to power. They've fucking shown that they could already kick ass in one fucking deal, and they ain't no good in the other. They've already shown it. So to sit and imply like the O-line here is trash, that's crazy. It's the system that they run on the O-line. This is a Pete Carroll with his kid, Brendan fucking Carroll. He's running Washington for the Huskies. He's got a great line program. His shit ain't gonna be the fucking same as these other fucking dudes. And one, he's already seen where they failed in this system this past year. They're not going to run that shit. They're gonna run fucking what favors these players, dude. Like, I'm not understanding how people have watched the Raiders say, I'm a Raider fan, I know the Raiders. Well, you know that they've switched systems over fucking 2-3 times over the last few years. And they were solid as fuck under Gruden's type and going into Josh's. Then they changed it over. Then they struggled fucking hard under AP. And then it's system play, man. That's what matters the most. It's like I said earlier about the quarterbacks coming from Alabama. If your quarterback doesn't go to a McVay, a fucking Andy Reid, an O'Connell, a fucking Shanahan, somebody that knows how to develop a fucking offensive-minded player, then he ain't gonna do shit anyways. It doesn't matter where he fucking goes. I don't give a fucking if he goes to Dallas. If they do not have the mindset to train this motherfucker, it's not going to work. Look at everybody that talked about Bryce Young, said, oh, this guy's trash. I was one of them, very fucking avid about it. Said, dude's trash. Dude ain't going to do shit. Motherfucker can't play in the NFL. They fucking swapped up coordinators and boom, fuck kid comes alive. It's just facts. If the kid don't gel or run good in the system, I don't fucking care what team he goes to. There's 32 teams in the fucking world, and they're not even all great. Okay, there's some organizations that are fucking great, phenomenal. People like Green Bay, the Packers, fucking the Ravens, fucking certain organizations can carry the Steelers, that can carry their shit for longevities of time because they know what it took to get there. That's why their offense quarter be like 90 fucking years old on the sideline because the shit works. You know, like, and I know he isn't there no more, but I'm just saying they keep motherfuckers there till they're dying and fucking till they have to result to another deal. But it's what works. And when you're trying to sit and say, well, if we take this guy at the fucking 5th pick and because he's coming to our organization, we're going to make him succeed. That's not true. It's not fucking true. What would make sense, like I was talking about earlier, if you took a Quentin Ewers, okay, and this is something like a guy told me earlier. He talked about Milroe. I think Milroe is straight fucking garbage. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you can go to Alabama, dude, and just suck like you do there, what the fuck make you think you're going to do any good here in the NFL? I mean, even when, listen, people are like, he can be the next Vic. They didn't ask a halfback or wide receiver. Michael Vick was a fucking quarterback. When Lamar Jackson went there, they asked him to try out as a wide receiver. And it's taken him like, what, 4 fucking years to get his accuracy down, 5 years to be an accurate quarterback. Fucking Milroe got offered to be a halfback in the fucking combine. The guy is ass cheeks, dude. Like, he's like swamp ass. The guy is horrible. But all I've said is if you can't fucking teach him in Alabama to be good, what gave you the idea that he's going to come to the NFL and be good? There's just no fucking stat that backs that conversation up. The guy is garbage. That has been proven. Is he a good running halfback? Yeah, the fucking kid at quarterback in college, you can get away with that shit. But tell me this, what halfback or what quarterback has 12 rushes for 130 fucking something yards and 4 touchdowns in one game? Like, that doesn't happen in the NFL like that. You're not going to ever see that, but maybe one time, and that's probably his best game. The kid is horrible. He's horrible. And this is something you got to think about, right? People say, well, he's going to come here. He's going to be under Chip Kelly fucking offense, and Chip Kelly and them are going to develop them. That's in a dream. That's what we're hoping, because if Chip Kelly comes out here this year and balls the fuck out and turns us into the motherfucking Washington this year, and he's able to get this team fucking to the playoffs and shit, guess who's going to be interviewing him? The shitty fucking teams, just like they tried with fucking what's his name over there with the fucking Washington, fucking Kingsbury and everything. Like they're gonna try to take him away. And odds say that when Pete's done here, if it ain't Chip Kelly being the head coach, odds are saying Chip Kelly's not going to be here. He's going to be a head coach somewhere fucking else if the program works the way they are. So to sit here and imply that you're trying to develop a quarterback for Chip Kelly's offense, Chip Kelly may not even fucking be here in those years. So that'd be a stupid ass idea to do. So that's why I think it's dumb. But if you were to get a guy like Quentin and just develop him as a quarterback, not in somebody's system, then you have your quarterback when he fucking leaves and goes to the next because he's been developed right. And who's to say if they decide that, hey, we're going to adapt the Chip Kelly offense here if it succeeds? Like, there's nothing saying that they won't do that or have a successor or things of those factors. It's how it always works. But at the end of the day, you can't look at drafting the quarterback to say, oh, we want to get Milroe because he's going to fit Chip Kelly's deal. Man, Milroe going to take 5 years to develop, and Chip Kelly going to be long fucking gone, dead, gone, or fucking head coach somewhere else. Like, unless he's going to be the head coach here, but I've said it. I think what's his name will be the head coach here. It's going to be fucking Robert Leonard, dude. I think it would make the most sense to Pete Carroll's a defensive mind. So why would you want to go and change the culture you're building defensively, defensive mind? That's your structure. It would make sense to make Rob Leonard the head coach after the end of his 3-4 years because Rob Leonard's a young fucking kid. He's got great potential. If we do not sign him, somebody else will sign him for damn sure. The production he gets out of the players, and like I said, defensive mind, I think you should go with Rob Leonard at that point. But so all I'm saying is, if you're going after a quarterback, it should be somebody of the likes of a Quentin Ewers that can develop, has the arm, has the mobility, has the fucking yardage, has the numbers. I think it'll be. I think Patrick Graham will be a head coach somewhere else. I don't think it would make sense to make him our head coach. I mean, don't get me wrong, he has good chemistry with the players and shit, but he'll tell you himself that Rob Leonard is fucking got better skill set than him. So I don't think it would make sense to put Patrick Graham over Leonard. I would let Patrick Graham leave, let Leonard create his own defense and go that route, because I've said it. The only reason Patrick Graham is going to get a head coaching job is because it's going to be Pete Carroll's defense that got him there. Like, it's just straight fucking facts, dude. Like, Pete Carroll has talked about Patrick Graham and how much he likes him, and that he feels he literally said, I'm advocating for him to have a head coaching job literally right when he was here. So if you think about it, I don't think Pete Carroll was like, I'm going to advocate for him to take my fucking job. I think Pete Carroll was like, I can get him in my system, I can develop him, and then I can send him right down the road like Dan Quinn, fucking Gus Bradley, all them fucking guys. Like, that's what Pete does. Pete sent all those dudes packing down the road to become head coaches. So I think he would do that. I don't think getting Patrick Graham would be a smart idea as a head coach. I think Rob Leonard set statement for the Raiders for years to come. Like, it's a young kid, a young-minded person. He gels really well with a lot. I think that would be better hype for me as a fan in the future of our team. If they told me Patrick Graham was the head coach, I'd be like, that's some bullshit. If they told me that Rob Leonard was the fucking head coach, I'd be like, that's fire as fuck. Like, there's a big difference in how you'll feel about the conversation. I've said it. Patrick Graham has been claimed to be a great defensive-minded coach for the last 5 fucking years, but he's gone on so many head coaching interviews, but he's yet to even get the job. So I don't know how you can be that good at defense and be this so, thought-after guy, but it's Raider fans that say it, and then say, like, he's going to be the fucking guy. He's been in plenty of interviews. He didn't even get the defensive coordinator job at the Bengals. They took the motherfucker from college from what the fuck was it, Notre Dame, I think. Fucking they took a goddamn coach that ain't even coached in the NFL yet. So again, I'm not buying Patrick Graham shit. I don't buy the whole Patrick Graham being head coach here. Fucking, I hope not. I'll just say that. I'll read some of these comments. Don't disagree. I like the Leonard, just he hasn't been a coordinator yet. I guarantee he's going to learn right here, right now under fucking Patrick Graham and them. You don't have to technically be a coordinator right off the get-go. If you get put in the right system with people and you're able to develop behind them and learning to call plays, understanding the play calling, you don't technically have to be a fucking coordinator. I mean, look at it. I mean, John Harbaugh he was a special teams coach, dude, and he fucking became the head coach of the fucking Baltimore. And then fucking look at Bill Callahan over there at the fucking Cowboys. That motherfucker ain't never called shit, and he's the goddamn head coach of the fucking Cowboys. So we'll have to wait and see what he does. But all I would say is there's a lot of people that are been around the NFL that have never done those. Some have good luck with it, others don't. I think Rob Leonard's every bit capable of running it right this minute. I mean, I've even said I would have cut Patrick Graham and went with Rob Leonard. I would have went that route before for sure. He said, be fair, Mark Davis fired AP. Tom Brady is more of an advisor, even through owner's small stocks. Well, I'll tell you this, Rudy. Mark didn't fire AP because he wanted to. Mark fired AP because Tom Brady and those motherfuckers wanted to. That's just straight facts. Mark Davis was dick sucking AP. That was his best fucking friend. You can look it up on any deal. People talked about it the whole entire time. That's a Tom Brady fucking move. And regardless if Tom Brady has a small stock of the ownership, that has zero to do with anything. See, ownership doesn't work that way. Ownership, when you buy into multiple shares, right? So if you or me buy into the Raiders, right, and we get a share, you're right. Me and you will never have any voice in there because we do not know fucking Mark Davis. We are not sitting side by side with the man when they go to fucking eat or when they go to their basketball game because they both own the motherfucker. They are not us. See, you don't know the conversation Mark's had with Tom, and we could all tell already what kind of conversations Mark has had with them. Mark told Tom if he can buy into a percentage of the team, he'll give him controlling aspect of the team. Because you want to know why? Because Mark owns the fucking team. He don't need nobody's fucking validation. He doesn't need anybody's permission to let Tom Brady make the moves. See, he's the owner, and if Tom Brady's the owner now too, Tom Brady just says it, and Mark Davis says okay. See, Mark Davis don't run the Raiders no more. It's motherfucking Tom Brady. There was never a conversation in these interviews where they said, we're on the phone with fucking Mark and we're going after Mark's fucking deal. Did they bring up about the culture? Did they bring up about the history? Yeah. But when they talked about the vision, they said Tom Brady's vision. We are here to do Tom Brady's vision, how he sees the team, how he wants to build it. They said it out of their own fucking mouths on live pressers. So to think otherwise is crazy. To think otherwise is just crazy. The facts are Tom Brady running that motherfucking team. Tom Brady is the one looking at the players. Tom Brady's the one saying, okay, let's finalize this fucking deal. Tom Brady is building his vision. Like, it's just straight facts, dude. Like, Mark Davis is the money man and the owner. That's all he is. And outside of that, it's just like Mark sold off 15% more to those fucking two dudes that are like sports geniuses, dude, that do nothing but win. They're here to give money out. They're basically here to offset contracts where they can pay a motherfucker and then not have it hit our cap like that, and which is a good deal. But to imply if Brady isn't running the show, I mean, you may be a little bit behind, but I promise you, Tom Brady running this motherfucker, he's the captain of this ship right now. It is not Mark fucking Davis. Like, Mark Davis loved AP. Mark Davis said he was going to run it back with that motherfucker. And Tom and them were like, bullshit, bull fucking shit. We are like, we're not doing that. Every person knows Tom Brady wanted AP fucking fired. Like, it's been on all kind of posts, all kind of deals. They know Tom did not want AP. Tom literally spoke about, when I walked into the locker room, the environment in there was not a winning culture. At his own words. So, no, hell no. Tom running that shit. That's facts. And it doesn't matter if Tom has 5, 2, 1% or not. If Mark gives him control, Mark gives him control. It's just how it works. Tom is playing chess. It's facts, Al. I mean, fucking, he playing chess. He's playing 5D chess like Trump, dude. Like, he playing 5D chess like Trump. Facts. Robert is a great run stopper. I want Campbell because he can stop the run like Roberts, but can also cover. Facts. I would love to get fucking Jahad Campbell, dude. If we got Jahad Campbell in the second round, dude, fuck, we would be kicking ass, dude. Like, we'd be kicking ass. If our first 2 picks is Gentry and motherfucking Campbell, I'm good. Sign us up. Let's call it a day. I don't even care about the rest of the picks. I mean, you got some good fucking players right there. I've said it. If you can get Quentin Ewers in that 3rd round, fuck, I'd take him in a fucking heartbeat too. I mean, it's like I've said, you have a lot of talent that goes deeper into the deal. Wide receivers, you got some there. You got fucking wide receiver in the 3rd, 4th round, easy. You can easily pick up a receiver in the 3rd, 4th round with, fucking 10 of them sitting right there. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. Linemen you can pick up later on. Most of the line in this year's draft are guards, even if they're placed at an OT in the draft. It's not what they're going to be. There's not very many guys in this year's draft that are labeled an OT as an offensive tackle that's going to play the tackle position. Most of the guys that are labeled at an offensive tackle position, right or left, are going to play guard. It's just straight facts. So there's not going to be very many of these guys that are solidified right and left tackles. So they'll mostly play inside on the guard position. So you're going to be able to pick up good linemen probably for most of the draft. Corners, those will fall off for sure. So you're going to want a corner somewhere in rounds 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. I don't think O-line is a need if you're just asking me. I've said it. Even if Kappa doesn't work, you've already signed his replacement in Meredith. So I don't think O-lineman's something that you need to go after in here. Cornerback, I don't believe it's – I get it that we need one maybe, but you still have Devonshire, Richardson, fucking – you got a great Sam Webb. You got all kind of motherfuckers still back there. So I think players going to have to be pretty good at the corner position if we're going to get them. And then safeties, I mean – you can take one in a later round just to give them competition. But again, I think the safeties are stacked up in there. If it was me, I'm playing Chin and Paulo fucking straight up. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to let Paulo go be Paulo and see where he goes this year. And then I'm going to let Chin go knock the shit out of people. So I'd be cool with us just rolling with those two right off the get-go. I've said it. We're not going to Super Bowl in year 1. So if we're going to try to see development in players right now, we need to do it right this year, dude. Like, you need to put Richardson out there on the motherfucking line and let him fucking play and see, can he develop? Can he be that fucking number 1 man corner that he's supposed to be? Right now, this year is going to be the time to figure it out. Is Tucker going to be the guy he's supposed to be? You got him, Gino, now that can throw the ball. Gino can throw very well, like, as much as I may not like Gino at all, like, Gino is a good passer. He's an accurate passer. He can throw downfield. He can throw short, medium, deep. Like, Gino has all the tangibles. There's nothing saying Gino can't drop dots on people. So if we're looking at the overall roster, Tucker's production should most definitely pick up. If Tucker's doesn't, then you seek after a wide receiver. This is what I believe. I don't think you take a wide receiver in the draft. I would just go get Amari Cooper. If it was me, I would just go sign Amari Cooper, 2-year contract, $22, $24 million for 2 years. I would bring Cooper back here because we don't technically need a 1 receiver. You don't need a wide receiver 1 to spend all kind of money or go draft this dude, because Bowers is your number 1. And if you go out and get somebody else, you're going to suffocate Bowers. There's a reason that when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs or you looked at the New England Patriots, they never suffocated their tight end. Their tight end was the main motherfucker, just like it is right now in the Kansas City Chiefs. They don't go out and get big-time superstar number 1 wide receivers. They get good players that have good production that can add to it. Their number 1 is fucking Kelsey. Their number 1 was Gronk. Our number 1 needs to go to fucking Bowers. If that's how we viewed him last year, if that's the mentality he has, you don't need to go out and get superstar 1 receiver. If you were to get Amari Cooper and keep him with the fucking Jacoby Myers, and then you got fucking Brock Bowers, Coop's going to be dangerous as fuck, because they're not going to be paying attention to Coop like they are going to be having to focus in on Bowers. Coop actually becomes more dangerous because now he's not such a sought-after person where they can distribute it and then hit him for a big game. I would love to get Amari Cooper back here. He's still got fucking miles on him to go. He still can put up good fucking numbers. People sit and say, oh, he's a diva. He didn't want to be here. He left. Nah, fucking Gruden them traded that motherfucker. Dude, there was a lot of shit that was going on at that time. I'm not faulting him no more, and I'm faulting Mac, dude. Like, it just didn't work out how people wanted, but I would love to bring him back now and let him finish his career, give him a 2-3 year deal. Let's see where it goes, especially in a Chip Kelly offense, dude. I think Coop would make massive gain on our team. So I would go that route if it was me. I would either go after Cooper or fucking Keelan Allen. I mean, those are really the only 2 guys I think that would give us win now, give you consistent catch rate. I would go after one of them too, but I would strongly advocate for going after Amari Cooper. I think Amari Cooper back here, dude, playing in Dome Stadium, I think he will kick the fuck out of people, dude. So I would love to sign him, and then we don't like to take T-Mac. It just would suffocate fucking Bowers. I think it would be a dumb move. I don't think that would make him. If Gentry's on the board and T-Mac's on the board, you go Gentry 100% every time, because Gentry doesn't suffocate fucking Bowers. Gentry helps Bowers where T-Mac hurts Bowers. So you can have players playing on and off, but this was something I told you guys about Jacoby when you had fucking Devontae. Jacoby was very dangerous when Devontae was on the other side of the field because they were always having to watch the motherfucker all the time. So it allowed Jacoby to get out. But the minute that Devontae went off, boom, they're all on top of Jacoby. Now he doesn't have that out. Now it's harder to get the yards, harder to get the production. He still balled out. I give him his credit, but it's still harder. So if I'm just thinking for the team, I would keep our main focus on Bowers as our 1 and then go after Amari Cooper or like Keenan Allen and fucking try that route. That's what I would do. I wouldn't try to focus too hard on trying to go. I think getting a linebacker, fucking quarterback, halfback is way more need in those first 3 rounds than trying to seek a wide receiver or somebody. I just don't think it is that crucial of a deal. And the other thing people got to realize too is that you got free agency right now, you have the draft, and then you have post June 1st cuts with free agency again. So you're going to get players that are not getting cut off a team right now. But when they go through the draft, they may get a receiver, they may get somebody, and they're like, well, we're going to cut this fucking guy because we ain't going to pay him no more. So I've always said, I don't think I would set our needs so hard on that. I still think they can win with just the receiving core we have here right this fucking second. So would it be an ad? Yeah, but halfback is 100%. I mean, we don't even have Madison no more. So yeah, no, halfback, 100%. There's no doubt. We didn't try to target one in free agency. I don't see one coming after the draft. I mean, we're targeting halfback in this bitch. So you can mark money on that one. What is it? Loves cap and capital will be good for us. Mostly concerned about Colton Miller because of the injuries. I talked about a guy earlier today with Colton Miller because, look, Colton Miller, I get it. He didn't come through camp. He was having a holdout type deal. He had the injuries. He had a lot of things going on in that whole deal. When Colton came in, did he struggle? Yeah, he struggled. Fucking dude gave up like 5 sacks right away. But the thing that I've said about Colton, which is kind of why I have doubts about Kappa, is Colton's an elite player. So at a certain point in the season, Colton came alive, and Colton was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna fucking do that shit to me no more." And he held his fucking ground. I think he only gave up like 7 or 8 fucking sacks for the rest of the season total. So, and he gave up those first 5 right away, like right when we started. And then he got graded out as one of the top best tackles in the fucking NFL towards the end of the season. So Colton shows that if he's healthy, if he's out there on the right deal, he's still a dangerous player. Did it hurt him in the beginning from being not practicing, not doing? Yes, 100%. I'm not going to argue that in any way. But Colton showed something that Kappa didn't. Colton got to a point where he was like, "You're not fucking bullying me no more." And he took his shit to the next level, where Kappa didn't do that. And I've said it, like, I look at certain players for certain deals, like, they don't need scheme to make them good. Like Trent Brown or Trent Williams, he's going to beat your ass no matter what fucking team you go. He's just better than you. He's bigger than you, and he's better than you. You get certain players at those positions that are just good, you know, and when you don't see a player like Kappa at some point in the season kick into that next year, it kind of just questions, like, it worries me, because I'm like, is he going to fucking do it here? Like, is he going to figure it out here? Like, or is he going to fucking struggle again because he can't get it into that next level, you know? So it's like I've said about AOC. I've been the biggest advocate for AOC. I've talked about AOC being the starter. I've been I picked him to our team, picked him in that round to our fucking team in our mock and in our fucking draft day. I fucking advocated AOC the whole time, but I've said it. I'm a great evaluator of quarterbacks, and I've gave AOC every fucking chance possible. The Charger game at the end of this season showed that AOC will never be a fucking starting quarterback. He don't have the dog in him. He does not have the heart and dog in him. He does not command it. He is too docile. He is too much of a, this isn't college no more. You can't go in and be a college hoorah guy. You in the NFL, you got to be a me motherfucking guy. Like, I'm the bad motherfucker. I own this shit. It's a team sport, but at the end of the day, it was just like Kobe said when Shaq told him, "There isn't no I in team," and Kobe turned to him and said, "Yeah, but there's an in me, motherfucker." So, hey, that's just part of what it is sometimes, is you being great yourself. And when you're at the quarterback position, it is demanded of you to have that dog in you. When Derek Carr came from the sideline with 2 minutes left before half, or 2 minutes at the end of the game, and Derek Carr getting the ball, you knew this motherfucker gonna go win this bitch. You knew you're gonna tie it, he gonna win it. AOC don't demand that. Like, AOC doesn't have that. He didn't have it at the end of the season when he needed it the most, dude. He knew he's going into the offseason. He knew if he was to threaten those Chargers for that playoff push there, it would have solidified him as a quarterback, and he couldn't rise to the occasion, and that is always going to hinder him. It's just facts. So to sit and say that we would base the future on AOC, I fucking highly doubt that, dude. Like, I love the guy. I think he's a great dude. Do I think he can win games? Yes, but that's why I think he'll stay a backup. And I've said this, if you move off of Geno this year, Aiden's contract is still valid for next year too. He's most definitely a veteran type present player. He's a really good team communicator. He's really good with the personnel. Like, AOC's just a good dude. So he can communicate, he can develop. I think he'll be okay in that aspect. But I just can't see, like, for me anymore. I wouldn't want him as the quarterback to be our future quarterback, because I just said, like, I know a lot of people didn't like Derek Carr. It was just facts. Like, a lot of people did not like Carr. But me, I loved when I watched that motherfucker come off the sideline, grab his fucking helmet, fucking put that bitch on, fucking right out there. Like, fuck, my blood got, fucking like, let's get this shit, motherfucker. But I don't get that from AOC at all. I've never gotten it from him in any game, man. Like, I've never seen him say, "Hey, I'm going to take this game over. We're going to demand this." I've said about the Charger game, the team gave up in that game. Everybody fucking knows it. So it wasn't like this deal, but he's never had a game like that again. It's not something that resonates in him. I believe. Do I think if you're looking at a good backup that can come in, win you a few games a year, if somebody was to get hurt, that's what a backup is. That's exactly what a backup is. And a good backup, he would be a great one for it. So if we were to get somebody like Dart or Shadir or Ward or just somebody of that factor, which we're not getting Ward, it's just 100% unrealistic. But long story short, Shadir or Dart or somebody of that, and we were like, okay, let's not extend Geno. We keep him this year. We let him play out the contract, and we let him go wherever the fuck he wants. Then we move fucking Aiden, because Aiden's going to be the backup this year, 100%. I don't care if we draft quarterback or not. The quarterback we draft this year will go into the third quarterback role, which allows him to sit on the sideline in case both of our quarterbacks go down. But the reason he'll be there is just for game experience of traveling, getting ready, go out there. He's not going to play. If Geno gets hurt, it's going to be Aiden O'Connell, 100%. So that's all I'm saying. I would go that route. And then, like you said, if you lose Geno at the end of the year, then you still have Aiden one more year. And then you can even re-up him, dude, because he'll probably be just fine being a backup. Like, I think Aiden will accept it, dude. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I think he's going to know, like, if I go somewhere else, I'm not going to fucking be able to be a starter right off the get-go. So I'm going to do the same shit I'm doing here right now. Sometimes getting the super. I mean, look at this. When the Browns traded for Pickett, they said Super Bowl champion Pickett. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. That guy is ass cheeks, dude. Like, he is so trash. But when they made the trade, that's how they identified him. So all I would say in Aiden's deal is if he believes that our system is good and that he believes the coaching staff with Pete and everybody will get him to that Super Bowl, I don't see why he'd want to go to a different team. I think he would take, except being the backup, dude. He knows he's going to get to play. He knows quarterback get hurt here, man. He's going to get to play at some point in time. So I love AOC, dude. I wish he would have just stepped it up in that last game, man. If he would have stepped it up in that last game, he'd be fucking starting this year. But he failed himself. So there's nobody else to blame on that. He got the chance to do it and just couldn't do it. It is what it is. It's not a bad dude. He's not nothing. I would still like him to start. It's just you can't be unrealistic about certain competition spots, and especially the quarterback position for the Raiders is the most crucial position. So if you're not validating that position or evaluating it, that we need the best player to start. It's not about feelings. It's not about biasness. It's about the best player for the team to start. That's what you have to do. And that's why some people can't be fans of the organization or fans of the players. I've said it. I would go hire motherfuckers in Iceland that don't know shit about fucking football, just know how to manage the fucking game, and hire them. Because when they're looking at people, they're just looking at the skill set. They're looking at who that individual is. They're not saying, oh, he's a Raider, let's fucking sign him to a $50 million contract. You know, fucking guy got 2 sacks in his career. Like, they're not doing that. Like, they're just evaluating the player for who the fucking player is. I believe the problem with Raider Nation, in my personal opinion, is they get way too entitled to an individual player. Al Davis said in his own words, nobody's bigger than the fucking shield. And if a player feels he's bigger than the shield, he will be fucking traded, just like he's traded them all over his whole career. So for people to believe otherwise at that point, I think it's just crazy. We go against the man that built the team, created the whole entire organization, gave us those Super Bowl wins, and we just discredit his words. Like, it's like you discredit his words, and we're where we're at right now. I've said it. We've traded away our best players. We've traded those motherfuckers, dude. Nobody's untouchable in this bitch. But for whatever reason, a few years back, we've created this fucking montage of we can't get rid of this guy. He's the face of the Raiders. He is not the face of the Raiders. The shield is the face of the fucking Raiders, and the players are what back it. That's how that system works. I did not see the player's face on this fucking emblem. I see Raiders fucking emblem. It is not a player. So they don't recognize the shield and say, motherfucking this, they say certain players. And more times than not, it's players that are retired, not even fucking playing football no more because they were recognized in the motherfucking 60s, 70s, and 80s when the motherfuckers were winning. So I don't know. I feel like, in my opinion, I'm just twisted a lot against how people view our team now, how they view players, how they want to keep players. Do I like Max? Yes, I do. Do I want to keep Max? Yes, I do. But do I think Max can be traded to get draft capital back because we're not in the place we should be? Fucking A, I do. I mean, I do not believe in keeping players till they're 80 years old. There's no fucking trade value in them, and we can't move them. When I grew up watching football, the way it worked is you keep them when they're young, you win with them when they're young, and right when you feel they're about to fall off, you ship the motherfucker out so you can get some draft capital so you can replace fucking players. We don't do that shit. We literally let Derek Carr walk right off the fucking team. That's stupid as fuck. I've never seen that shit in my life, dude. There should have been some cause, some deal that guaranteed us some type of draft pick for a player of that stature. We just let him walk, and then we ended up with fucking Jimmy Glass Garoppolo and booger eating Minshew. Like, fuck that. Like, that's crazy as fuck, you know? Like, I don't know. I can get on different deals, but it's just certain things you can't do that with, dude. It's like I said, if a player feels there's a down there or we're going to be down, we got to move so we can get different and rebuild. Do we replace? Sometimes you're not going to replace a linebacker with a linebacker. Sometimes you'll replace a linebacker with a defensive tackle, a corner, or a safety, or even a wide receiver. It's about, did he add value to the team to win? That's what it matters, man. Like, we've forgot that. And it's kind of why I like the way that Spytech and Pete are going about this. Spytech and Pete aren't going out here and saying, fucking, all right, give me the sheet. Let's see who the highest paid players are. Let's go get the biggest names. They're not doing that. They said, let me go get Jeremy Chin that played over in Washington this year. Got him almost to a fucking Super Bowl. Played his ass off. Knocked the fuck out of people. And I'm going to sign this kid for 2 years, 16 fucking million at $8 million a year. And he's going to give me just as good a production, if not better production, than fucking Trayvon Moore. Trayvon Moore's interceptions have been thrown right to him. Right fucking to him because the quarterback too stupid and just threw the fucking ball to him. I've always said this for playmakers, okay? This goes for linebackers included. That's why I told people that Spallane and all them were going to be gone long before they were gone. I said that shit, that whole linebacker core should be gone because, again, Spallane, balls were thrown right to him. There's a difference about players that are what they call in the right spot at the right time. It was like a fucking Amik Robinson fucking effect. Sometimes you're just right in the right spot at the right fucking time. This is something that you can't look past. Spallane never had the fucking, he didn't have the Jack Jones effect. We may not like Jack Jones because of his tackling and running behind players and being a bitch, basically, most of the time. But Jack Jones got something that a lot of those motherfuckers are never going to have. And he has vision. He has playmaker vision. He watches tape. He recognizes certain formation in certain way. And he knows, I'm going to jump the fucking gun here because he's going to be throwing a slant in the drag right here. And I'm going to take this bitch to the house on my own. I'm not waiting for him to throw the fucking ball to me. Spallane and them never did that. Morick never fucking did that. Morick don't even possess that fucking skill set. Not on any day given of his life, dude. Like, they don't have that. They don't have that knack. He didn't have a fucking Brian Dawkins or Ed Reed or any fucking good players fucking Tandick. So to sit and say that I'm going to give him $17 million because he's a Raider drafted player, that's stupid. You got too caught up in the emotion and you're overvaluing the player. You can't do that. Fucking Jeremy Chin is going to give us the same production at half the price. So, and he's going to knock you out, dude. Like, he's going to lay the goddamn wood to you. So I like what they're doing. I like the picks that they're picking. I like these little silent but great fucking ads. Spallane can't stop the run 6 yards in, but let's go get fucking Eldon Roberts that's going to knock the piss out of that fucker before he even crosses the line. Like, I love the strategy of how they're thinking about certain people. Did I like the Lonnie Johnson pick? Fuck no. I thought that was crazy as hell when they said the cornerback room is open for this and that. You're stupid as hell if you think we're letting this fucking 32-year-old dude compete for a starting fucking job. But then when I read into him being a gunner, fucking special teams player, this and that, I was like, fuck, why didn't you just say that? Like, when you picked him on day one of free agency and you're talking about this motherfucker going to be competing for a cornerback position when you had Murphy, still Byron Murphy, and them still sitting on the board, kind of makes you think, like, what shit are these guys smoking? Like, but then when you found out that this guy's a gunner, a safety team, special teams player, then you're like, okay, I can accept that. That was actually a good pick. That puts solidification on there. He's going to gun down people. I mean, got good energy. So it's not every piece that these guys are picking have a fucking place of value and have a good place right away. It's why I believe Jeanty will be that pick. I believe Jeanty will be the pick. I mean, let's just be real. You already have your receivers, your tight ends, you have your line. You don't have your halfback. You don't have your halfback. Monster's a great player. I'm not discrediting Monster. Did he have 1,000-yard fucking 18 touchdown season? Yeah, fucking 3 years ago. He's been due to injury and so on after that. I don't think they were like, let's risk on this guy that gets injuries to come out and run for 1,500 yards and 20 touchdowns. And I'm not going to say Monster can't. I'm absolutely not going to say that. What I'm going to say is it makes more sense to say that he was brought here to mentor a younger kid, why he tries to finish out his career. That's where I would kind of be basing it, where he's at, his production, what he's done. That's kind of where I'd be at. I want to do a mock draft too, but let me read through some of these real quick, and then I'll try to read through them pretty quick. I don't try to read the messages when we're talking because it can just get in different areas. So I'm just going to try to go back through them real quick, speak real fast. You guys want to speak something else, throw it out there, and then we'll do a mock draft here, and then just kind of see where it's at right now. All right. Tom Lowe's Kappa will be good for us. Mostly concerned about Colton Miller because of injuries. Roberts playing was actually a good coverage linebacker when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was a backup linebacker. He came in because dude got hurt. He came in because fucking what's his name got hurt over there. Fucking I want to say Devin something, but I don't know if it was him that was there at the time or Bush. I think it was Bush, right? It was Bush that got hurt, and then he took over. Raiders are a power team and facts. We can't run zone. It's just facts, dude. I mean, that's why our team struggled so bad. Dustin, people don't even know systems. I mean, that's 100% facts. I mean, a lot of people don't know a lot of shit. They'll talk about drafted players, things of this. I mean, players, skills, thing. Listen, to be a fan of the team is one thing. Valuation and shit is a whole nother process, dude. And I've said it. Unless you've literally played it or been in the area of being able to scout them, it's fucking really hard to say that you can scout players. Like, it's fucking be amazed. Pete Carroll needs to be one running the team, not Brady. Pete Carroll ain't running the team because Pete Carroll ain't going to be here in a few years. Tom Brady owns the fucking team, so that don't make no sense. And again, fucking I finally caught your live. Who do you want us to draft at 6? Raider Drox, appreciate you, bro. Frickin' I mean, I have a lot of feelings about this 6th pick. I mean, I have a lot of feelings. Like, I want Jackson Dart. Like, I don't give a fucking how anybody feels. Like, if we're talking about solidifying the quarterback position, don't want to extend Geno for a fucking 3-year contract, I want Jackson Dart. Like, it's not even fucking close. I'll take Jackson Dart in a heartbeat. If we're saying that Jackson Dart is 100% off the board because it is not a player we are looking, because we are not looking at quarterback unless it's Shadir because it ties with Tom Brady, then I'm going to say I'm cool with the Jeanty pick, because what helps us win on day one on the fucking field is Jeanty with Geno and fucking Bowers. It's just facts. I mean, if you don't have a halfback, you can't take the fucking workload off the quarterback. So it would make zero sense not to get the halfback. So, and again, if we're saying production wise, if we're saying we're okay with not taking Jeanty, but we're okay with taking Henderson and them, that's crazy. They're good players. They're second option players. You do not pass on your first option motherfucking player to take a secondary option. Like, you do that when you're not getting your quarterback, or you are getting your quarterback. That's when you do that shit. You don't fucking do that if you ain't getting your quarterback. You're not like, oh, fuck, I didn't get my quarterback. Let's just not fucking take Jeanty. Like, you'd be fucking dumbass general manager. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, if you get the quarterback, that's when you say people like Henderson and fucking Simpson and so on, other players become options. They become options now. But when Jeanty on the board at 1 and somebody else saying, oh, hell, you can get one in the second round, fuck that. Fuck that. That guy shouldn't be fucking scouting teams, because that's not how the draft works. The draft works by, how is it? Best player available. You don't fucking do that, dude. Like, no. Jeanty in the draft, regardless of the quarterbacks going, he's probably the second or third best player in the whole motherfucking draft. The only reason Shadir and Cam and them are going to project in front of him is because there are teams that need a quarterback that are early in the round. It does not mean they're fucking better than him. Nowhere fucking close. Jeanty, overall record, as in the draft, he's like second or best. He's easily the second or third best. There's just no even conversation about it. He's second, third best fucking player in the whole draft. So if you're drafting best player available, you take him 100%. And you put him on the field day 1, he's going to help Jeanty Gino right the fuck away. And you're telling me with the Marshawn Lynch ran team, with the fucking Pete Carroll and all that shit, that he ain't going to fit in here? That's crazy. This guy is going to fucking work out just damn fine here. Like, he's going to knock the shit out of people. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'd kind of be excited if we got him, because this guy's going to run hard. He's fast as fuck. He knows how to get in and out of plays. And it's not even that. He's just hard to tackle, dude. Like, he's a hard motherfucker to tackle. I literally said earlier, he has 1,950 something yards after contact. You are not fucking bringing this dude down right away. And when you hit him, he's going to go for more yards. So I think it's mind-blowing when he ran for 2,600, but 1,900 of them are after contact hits. Like, that's insane. I mean, that's just fucking insane. Listen, just to put this into perspective about Henderson and all of them, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm going to go on a limb and just say it. I believe Jeanty ran for more yards after contact than most of these motherfuckers ran all year long. Like, facts. So there's no way you're convincing me not take Jeanty. There's absolutely no way. There's no fucking way someone can tell me, oh, you can get Simpson in this round, or you can get Henderson in that, or you can take fucking other boy. I can never say his fucking name, from Ohio. I mean, you can take in the NC fucking guy, North Carolina. There's just no fucking way you're going to convince me that Jeanty is not better than all of them, period, when his yards after contact were more than their yards all season. So I'm rolling with that motherfucker. So I would say Jeanty right now, if we don't get a quarterback. If we get a quarterback, it's going to be Shadir. And if for some fucking miracle, because God wants to save fucking Dustin, let me grant you your fucking wish, I hope it would be Dart. But I'd be so fucking pissed if the Jets take Dart at the 7th and we didn't take him at the 6th. I'll probably lose my shit. But if we take Jeanty, I feel it's going to be a whole nother Bowers deal all over again. Like, you've literally just added 2 fucking beasts on your fucking team. How are you going to stop it? How are you stopping that? Like, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I don't give a fuck. I think you put a machine like Jeanty there and you got a guy like Bowers, you're going to just fucking mutilate people all year long. And that's what it takes. Some games you got to run, and other games you got to pass, dude. But you have to have the mixture of both. You can't do it just under one. So if you play pass heavy, you're going to eventually get caught up. You're going to play run heavy, you're going to get caught up sooner or later. You got to have the ability to be able to go into every game and say, this game will pass, this game will run, this game will play, run, and pass. You know, you have to know every team is different. They're not all the same. It's not Madden where you can just go in against the fucking computer and think, oh, I go in every game because I'm going to run the same fucking play over and over and over. Real life, you can't run the same play over and over. You're going to get seeked out, destroyed, dude. Like, so that's kind of how I would feel about it. I think Jeanty would be a phenomenal add to us. I just don't think if you get T-Mac, he adds the value that I don't believe T-Mac has the same value as Jeanty as need on the team. And that goes for Will Johnson, and that goes for fucking Mason Graham. I don't believe any three of those players have the same need, as big a need for the team. We have receivers, we have defensive tackles, and we have corners. So it doesn't make sense that you would pass on the position you do not fucking have, as in halfback, and choose to go after one of those guys. I just can't see it. Mason Graham is not projected higher in Jeanty. Fucking Will Johnson, injury prone ass, ain't fucking projected higher than him. Like I've said, I think he's projected the second highest player in the draft. If people want to go by the model of best player available, it'll be Jeanty. If we were to draft an offensive player with the 6th pick of the first round, I would rather take T. McMillan, wide receiver, over either way. Will Howard, 4th round. I think Will Howard's a joke. Like, if you're asking me, I would take Quentin Ewers long before I would ever look at Will Howard. I don't give a fuck his connection with Chip Kelly or not. Fucking Jackson Dart got high school connection with Chip Kelly. So at the end of the day, I'm not doing that. I'm not going after Will Howard because he played with him. If everybody remembers right, Will Howard struggled out in the middle of the fucking year. Chip had to change up the whole entire offense to bring life back to it. And yes, did it help out Will Howard? Yes, it did. But Will Howard, to me, is not that guy, dude. If he didn't have Chip to alter the offense the way he did, I believe Will would have fell flat on his fucking face. So if you're asking me, I'm taking Quentin Ewers 9 out of 10 times before I ever look at Will Howard or I ever look at fucking Milroe. Like, straight facts, dude. Like, Quentin Ewers is a good quarterback. He's a great pocket, great deep arm, great accuracy, mobile quarterback. I've said it, that Ohio game just dropped his stock. If he would have stayed again, he would have been 1st round pick, easy 1st round pick in the following year. If he won that Ohio game, he's a fucking top 5 pick in this year's draft. So if we can get Quentin Ewers in the 3rd round and let him sit behind, Gino for 2-3 years, fuck, I don't see how we lose this one. I don't see any way we lose this one. The kid is 20 years old, 21 years old. He's already phenomenal talent. And you're telling me he gets to sit for 3 years and develop? I'm taking Quentin Ewers. Not even close. Fucking, I don't believe in the dude from fucking Syracuse. Why did his numbers only show up in the fucking combine and pro day and senior day? Like, the guy played football for 4 straight years. It didn't show up on the field. It didn't show up when it fucking mattered. So why would I worry about a guy's stat that popped up with no pressure, no people on him, nobody's padded up, no one's trying to come after that motherfucker? But now I'm like, yeah, I want that guy. He's good. I'm going to say he's okay, but I would still take Dylan Gabriel before I ever took that motherfucker, period. So you cannot pass up on what production happened on the field for motherfucker just saying like, oh, I think I like him. Hey, if he didn't have it on the football field at any point in his career, fuck, how's that going to transition over here to the NFL unless he goes to an Andy Reid, Sean McVay, motherfucker Kyle Shanahan? He got to go to a motherfucker that calls plays already. So he don't give a fuck what quarterback it is. He's going to develop them anyways. But if this quarterback goes to any other motherfucker out there that don't, he's done. He's out of there. He ain't going. So I want Quentin Ewers. I think Quentin Ewers is the perfect fit for the Raiders to, I believe, in my own opinion, believe that Quentin Ewers is the perfect fit for the Raiders because if you sit him for 2 to 3 years, he's only 24, 25 years old. He's just learning all the process. He's just becoming a man. He will become a fucking Super Bowl winner. I would damn near bet anything on it, dude. If Quentin can sit behind Chip Kelly for 2 fucking years and just develop as an NFL quarterback, fuck it. I'm taking Quentin all day. I said it. I made a post earlier in the year. Well, I made it during when the Texans were playing Ohio. I literally said, if Quentin Ewers was to win the motherfucking bowl game, would you take him at the 6th pick? I would. I would have traded up to the 4th pick and got his ass. And I've said this, if Quentin Ewers didn't have the injuries and the Archie Manning fucking bullshit in Texas, it wouldn't be Cam Ward that's #1 quarterback in this year's draft. If Quentin Ewers came out in Texas the way that he was supposed to and not have the fucking Archie Manning shit and didn't have the injury prone, he would be the #1 quarterback. He has all the skill, all the trait. He has all the numbers, dude. I'm taking Quentin Ewers, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking him if we're trying to win and we're trying to be good. I'm taking motherfucking Ewers. Chip Kelly right now is the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL. Just being the highest paid don't mean you're going to win. I mean, a lot of people can be the highest paid. You got to still come out. You got to still be able to back it up and still do your shit. Patrick Graham, Leonard, I don't see Patrick Graham as a head coach. Graham would rather stay as a DC. Don't disagree. I like Leonard. He just hasn't been coordinator yet. Patrick Graham likes being upstairs as the DC. I think it's a mistake to take Jeanty at the 6th, bro. Salute Top Beats, appreciate you. Yeah, I guess that's true about development. I agree, Top Beats. I'm a big fan of Trayvon Henderson in the 2nd round. AP was an idiot. Laugh out loud. Mark Davis is most definitely a simp. Top Beats, I agree. There are bounty of running backs in this draft. Exact promo. I said the minute that talks of Brady buying shares of Mark was getting Brady to be the next head coach, the next head of football operations, just like Al, because Tomlin is a football guru. Mark ain't. I mean, it's facts. I mean, Tom Brady's football knowledge surpasses Mark's by miles. Not even close. It's possible the Raiders can get a second running back in the draft. It's possible. I'm not gonna lie and say they're gonna double pick a halfback in the draft. I would not doubt that. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you have 14 starting halfbacks in the draft, I mean, you'd be dumb not to double dip, especially on a team that doesn't have a halfback to begin with. I mean, it would absolutely make no change or wouldn't make no sense. But I'd rather have Tom in charge of football operations than Dave. Spack smoking cigars. After fuck, man. After an ass whooping. Fucking even think about my mic been behind my TV the whole fucking time. Crazy. Hopefully you guys could hear me just fine. I didn't even notice that till right fucking now. Facts, smoking a cigar after an ass whooping ain't an ass whooping or a winning culture. Facts, I spoke on that shit right away. I was all in for AP taking over for McDaniels, but when he decided to start Mitchie over AOC, I knew when he was in over his head and an idiot. Hey, I never was for AP. Everybody knows. I said it's going to be their circus with their fucking clowns. I wanted Harbaugh 100%, dude. I was not on AP's wagon at any point in time. I called that shit plain as fucking day. AP was garbage, dude. Not even close. Head coach. The fact is that the Raiders have not improved overall. We might be a 7-win team this year. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. If we were to get Jeanty and put the line out on the field right now with Gino won fucking 10 games over there, dude, with their fucking line struggling like a motherfucker. Nah, fuck no. Listen, AOC started the game as if AOC started this year as the quarterback, we're winning 8 to 10 games. Like, there's not a fucking doubt in my mind. And if we're talking about Geno Smith coming in, having, chemistry with fucking players, having chemistry with the coaches, there's no fucking way I don't think we win 8 games minimal. The roster didn't get worse. Like, we didn't get a worse roster, dude. Fucking, you can't count on players that aren't there when the fucking games matter. Nate Hobbs fucking injured all the fucking time. He fucking wasn't in there when it fucking mattered. When you looked at Spillane, he gave up the run all the goddamn fucking time. Any team that faced us would run right up the gut for fucking 5 yard, 5 yard, 5 yard. Like, we did not get worse. We did not become a worser team. Trayvon Moore does not hunt the ball. Fucking Jeremy Chin does. He plays in the box. He's a get after a fucking quarterback safety. This fucking guy plays all 3 tiers of the line. Moore can. There's no fucking way we got worse with the players we got. And if we get Jeanty, we are fucking, I'll bet anything. I'll bet $1,000 to any person in the chat, any person that follows me on Instagram. We are winning fucking 8 to 10 games. Like, I'll bet $1,000 to any motherfucker out there. There's no fucking doubt you're going to tell me with Pete Carroll's offense and Chip Kelly's offense and Pete Carroll's defense. And Pete Carroll ain't never sucked a day in his fucking life. I told you all this about Harbaugh. I said, if Harbaugh comes over here, we're going to win and go to the playoffs in year motherfucking 1. And what's he do? Takes the goddamn Chargers there. Like, no, there are certain coaches that don't just come out here and fucking suck. Like, no, hell fuck no. I told everybody, if AP started AOC, we would win 8 or 10 fucking games. I said if we start Mitchell, we'd be lucky to win fucking 4. Literally said it, dude. Like, Gardner sucks. I said it the fucking minute we got him. Oh, fuck, here's Jimmy G 2.0, dude. Like, I debated so many people on their channels, so many people across the platform that this guy has no backing and motherfuckers are claiming this dude taking us to a playoff. Fuck that, dude. Like, no, we're not as bad as team as we think. I mean, look, I get it. I like Henderson too, man. Like, I like Henderson too, but Henderson is not better than fucking Jeanty. There's no fucking way. And there's no way to come out of the first round with a duplicated player on the roster and say that it was smart to pass Jeanty. That is not good business. That is bad fucking business. You do not double up on a fucking player when you already have the player there. It doesn't make absolutely zero fucking sense, dude. Like, you passed on the halfback. There's nothing guaranteeing you Henderson in the next fucking round. There's absolutely nothing to guaranteeing that. So it would be a foolish move. It'd just be a foolish move. Henderson is not better than Jeanty. Not today, not tomorrow, not fucking ever. Great player, great power. I've put him in my mocks. I've talked about him numerous amount of times that if we were to go quarterback in the first round, I would target Henderson in the second round. I've made that fucking clear from the first second I've done my first mock draft, but there's no fucking way someone can convince me that Henderson is better than Jeanty. It's not fucking facts. It's nowhere close to being factual truth. So you can't do that. You can't take a position that you do not have a player in and justify it by saying, well, fuck it, I'm a draft fucking middle linebacker, or I'm a draft here, like, or wide receiver or something. It just, I don't believe, in my personal opinion, T-Mac brings that value that Jeanty does. It's 2 different parts of the game. It's 2 different deals. You already have Jacoby Myers that was thrown 165 fucking times with 0 fucking drops. You already have him on the fucking team. You have Bowers that's a fucking all-pro fucking tight end year fucking 1, dominates the NFL. You already have that. You do not have a halfback. There's no way to justify that conversation. It's just no way. There's absolutely no way. Now, the way people don't like him or not, I don't fucking know why you wouldn't like a guy that literally just ran the ball down motherfucker's throat for 2,600 fucking yards. But I don't know. I don't care either, because I'm not out for personal opinions or vendettas or, you know, whatever. I don't really care. I just look at the players overall, the player's value, how he produced in college, what he would add to our team. And there's no conversation that I would have with any legitimate sports talking person that can convince me that Henderson would be a better pick than Jeanty. No way in hell. And there's no way that somebody can tell me, well, Jeanty at the 6th pick shouldn't happen. Why? I would love to understand this conversation. If Jeanty, if you opened up any mock draft, open up any of them, go to projected player mock draft, Google fucking overall players in the draft, Google all whatever you want. Jeanty is a top 2 fucking player. He is top 2 of the whole draft. So there's no fucking way someone's telling me, well, that's not value at the 6th pick. Well, maybe you don't know how to look at a fucking draft, because it's 100% value if the player's a 2nd overall pick and we're picking him at the 6th overall because 2 other motherfuckers wanted to take quarterbacks that weren't projected in the top 10. That's their fucking problem. But that's not ours. See, if we don't take that pick, then we do the same shit we do every fucking year. We reach for another player. We reach for this. I thought we quit that shit. I thought we went for best player available. I've said it. Jeanty's stat line surpasses every halfback in the whole college. Maybe the other guy I think is okay. Like I wouldn't even put Henderson as the 2nd back. I would put motherfucking North Carolina back, dude, probably as the 2nd fucking back. I can't remember that fucking guy's name. I think it's like I don't fucking can't remember, but I would probably claim him to be the 2nd overall back. So, and again, it was his production, the way that he played. I would probably say, okay, I can probably justify if we traded back, if we traded off our pick and we weren't picking at that spot, then yeah, I'd be like, all right, fuck it, let's grab this halfback here. But how do you fucking justify moving off the best back in the whole game, probably the best back in the fucking country by not even close? And we're like, yeah, we didn't need him. Fuck, I'd quit. I hate being a Raider fan because of that. Like me, if our fucking shit, if we did that shit, I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna stop being a Raider fan because I'm not gonna do that shit. I mean, the reason we suck dick is because we don't fucking take the players we're supposed to fucking take. Like, the reason we are not fucking good is because we are not solidifying the position of need. I've literally said for the last 2 years on all my lives that we should have targeted CJ Stroud and we should have targeted motherfucking Bo Nix. I've literally made it fucking clear as day for the last 2. Said we should have targeted Justin Herbert. If we were talking about moving off a car, I said I would do it for Justin Herbert. Every chance we've had to make the fucking move, we don't make the move. And then we get Telesco that fucking somehow gets Brock Bowers to fall to us at the 13th pick, knocks it out the fucking park. And then the next fucking year, you got Jeanty at the 6th pick and you pass him. You fucking kick yourself in the face. Like, you should just kick yourself in the fucking face, because that's exactly what we've been doing for 20 years and don't go a goddamn fucking place. This guy's going to run down their fucking throat. What division are we in? We're in the AFC fucking West, motherfuckers. You're not going to want to give the fucking ball back and forth and have a fucking shootout with these dudes. You're going to need to run the fucking ball down their throat and manage the game. Listen to this. Why do you think fucking you telling me that Najee Harris to the Chargers ain't like our worst fucking nightmare? You don't think that Harbaugh was like, oh, fuck, you want to give me Najee for $3.5 million a year? Dude, Najee Harris is going to be a fucking demon. He's going to be a fucking demon. And listen, you want to know why I know? He took KJ fucking Dobbins and fucking Gus Edwards and took their injury-prone ass over in the fucking Ravens and damn near turned them into killers in year fucking 1. So you're telling me you get Najee fucking Harris and he ain't just going to run them down our throat like LaDainian Tomlinson shit? It's going to be tough, man. And I believe if you're going to try to compete, it ain't about having I score more than you, motherfucker. It's that I don't give you the fucking ball to score. That's what I think. So to me, I think Jeanty's 100% need. It's not even fucking debatable. I mean, look, it's almost laughable that we would pass on Jeanty to take Henderson. Like, it's borderline laughable. Like, we're not talking about value of a player when the player's there. You talk about the value of other players when that player is not there. So there's no fucking way in any scenario possible
that a person sits at the table and says, we got him here right now, Jeanty, but we're going to pass on him and take Henderson. Fuck, dude. Who the fuck are you taking? Do you think that Will Johnson wins this games? I don't fucking think so. I've said it just like this. Max Crosby's a great fucking player, but it doesn't come down to Max Crosby. Well, here, let's just ask this. He's 44-55 as a starter with the Raiders. And how many of those fucking games did he close that bitch out by sacking a motherfucker on the end game? Maybe 2-3 times in his whole career. Like, Max brings the energy. He has all the deal, but the defenses don't win it like that. It's the motherfucking offense. It's the quarterback that comes in at the end. They say, you got to drive down the goddamn field, put us in field goal range, or you need to score a touchdown. It's the fucking quarterback that does it 97% of the fucking time. So if you're not on the offensive side of the board that puts up motherfucking points, I think it's crazy to take a dude like fucking Graham that, one, we don't run a 4-3. We run a 3-4 fucking 3-3-5 fucking. We don't fucking run a 4-3. So it wouldn't make sense to get fucking Graham unless they flip the system and go to a dual back defensive tackle. It makes zero fucking sense. So you don't take him. If you take T-Mac, again, I feel T-Mac will suppress Bowers, dude. If you're going to have too high of profiles in just 2 fucking years, Jeanty doesn't suppress the quarterbacks or the wide receivers. Jeanty does not suppress the wide receivers because you need to get the load off the receivers to give it to the fucking halfback. So there's no scenario in my thinking, who do you trade back for? If somebody was to say, well, we trade back, who are you trading back for? There's nobody of value of his value right here, right now. It's not, man. We can't build teams by, oh, I like this or this guy, he did. No, you build teams by the need of the position of player. If we didn't get Geno, you draft fucking quarterback, right? That's how the whole NFL works. If you don't have fucking wide receiver, you get a wide receiver. You got Jacoby Myers. You don't think he's a 1-2 fucking with Bowers? I think 100% he's a 1-2 with Bowers. So again, I've said it. I would draft, or I would go and sign Amari fucking Cooper, or I would sign fucking Keenan Allen, and that's how I take care of the receiver. So I'm not taking T-Mac at that fucking spot. And not only that, I'm not taking T-Mac at that spot for multiple reasons. One, T-Mac's contract up at 1 year after Brock Bowers' contract, and I'm going to have to pay Brock first. It doesn't mean I'm going to be able to pay this motherfucker next. You can pay a halfback because a halfback ain't going to be fucking $35-40 million for a wide receiver. Halfback going to be $15-20 million. So I'm going to go with the halfback. And when we're looking at first-year contracts backing up each other, one's fucking going to be worth 30-40, one's going to be worth 20. I'm going to try to offset our ass pretty well. But again, I don't even think T-Mac will be that type of player. I mean, T-Mac, if we're just being honest about him, he's just another fucking Drake London. He's Drake London all over again, dude. He's a possession catch player, dude, and he's a good player, but he is not fucking like, damn, this dude gonna be Randy Moss. Like, he is a Drake London. He just is a possession catch and a red zone fucking threat, dude. He can go up for the ball. He has great vertical. He is not the fastest fucking guy out there. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not. I don't think he's going to be no Justin Jefferson. Like, I think he'll be a good ad, but I don't think he's going to be those guys. When you look at Jeanty, that motherfucker be anybody. He can be the best. He may be the best. He might be the best. Shit. I don't know if you're going to be Saquon, because Saquon's kind of elite. Like, I'm not going to lie about Saquon. Saquon's got mad crazy skill, and it's not even that. The reason Saquon got 20 fucking million after playing for them for 1 year, I believe, is because of the person he is. Like, when he sits on the bench and the fucking coach comes up and he asks him, like, hey, bro, you're like fucking 10 yards away from your record, bro, 10 yards. He's like, you want it? We'll get it to you. He's like, nah, let the fucking young boys eat. Like, he's a team motherfucker. But Saquon is next level shit. Like, Saquon got mad crazy vision. I'm never going to get over the jump over the motherfucker backwards after spinning off a fucking player and then just fucking leaping that whole bitch in reverse. Like, that was the craziest shit ever, dude. And then not only that, you see these 3 fucking linemen coming from the side, and they were just like, what the fuck? And then they just knocked the shit out of them. But I think that was one of the most epic fucking plays in the history of the game at the halfback. Even not getting a touchdown or not, it was just the way that motherfucker turns, sees it, jumps it. Like, and all I would say is, for us, if you're trying to compete against Reed, you're trying to compete against the Broncos and the fucking Chargers, you're going to need a hardcore running game. Like, and don't get me wrong, man, if you went fucking Ashton Gentry in the first, and then you went for fucking, I don't know, Simpson in the third, like, I wouldn't fucking be against that. Like, if you went back out deals. But I'm just gonna be honest, man, like, in real football talk, like, just real talk, not fucking nothing else, there's nobody in this draft better than fucking Gentry at the halfback position. It's just straight fucking facts. So unless Gentry's off the board, there's no way you can consider a second round or third round option at that position better. And then when you look at the value of the position, there's nobody better than his value at that position. So I've literally said the players that'll be there. There's only 1 or 2 guys that I would take over Gentry at that pick, and it's either going to be Travis Hunter or it's going to be Abdul Carter. I don't want Shadir. Like, I think it's a blown pick to pick Shadir at the 6th pick. Dude, if Shadir Sanders did not have Deion Sanders' fucking name, he would be a second-round quarterback all day. I'm not taking Shadir at the 6th pick. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I believe that would be most definite reach. I think it brings a lot of drama. I'm not even putting him there. So if I'm not taking Gentry at the 6th pick, it better be Abdul Carter or it better be motherfucking Travis Hunter, because they are the only motherfuckers that got better value or equal value to Gentry on the board or on our team. And the only reason that I would say Hunter, and even like I just said about corner with Will Johnson and wide receiver with fucking T-Mac, is that he plays both ways. So that would be the only reason why I would consider him over it. But for the most part, it would be Abdul Carter or Ashton Gentry for me. Like, it's not even close. He's inconsistent, much like Carr. Says, I don't believe, says I like, let me make sure I didn't fuck up in here. Says the fact that the Raiders have not improved overall. Says I'm a 7-win team. Says I like Jake Mayer's 3rd, 4th round. He is labeled as a center, but I think you can easily play guard. Only allowed 1 sack his rookie year in his whole career over 3 years in 1,564 pass blocking snaps at Texas. I mean, he's not bad. I mean, he's a good player. I've have him in, I think, like 2 of my mock drafts already. I mean, if you can get him in the 4th round, I'd take him in the 4th round, but I'm not taking O lineman of any sort until easily after the 4th or 5th round, dude. I mean, I've said it. Meredith is Kappa's replacement. He's a swing guard player. He can play anywhere across the board. You still have Munford. They re-signed, what's his name, that big old tall white boy fucking that's been here for like last 2 years that we thought was going to turn out to be really good. I don't know why I'm spacing his fucking name right now, but he's that big old motherfucker. It was that dude Dalton Wagner. Fucking, it was that guy I was talking about the whole time. He got re-signed. So I don't think the O-line depth is as much as people think. You can only have 2 motherfuckers, 7 total players on the O-line while you're playing an NFL game. So most people, when they build an NFL roster, they only keep 7, maybe sometimes 8, just depending if they don't have a swing player, center, guard, tackle type player. But more times than not, they have 2 backup players. 1 player can play all positions from tackle to guard on one side, and then the other covers the other, as in guard to tackle, and doesn't play center. But he covers the opposite side of the field. So I don't know. Like, I'm not taking O lineman them till probably 5th round, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I mean, fucking however they choose to do all that. I think if Kappa pans out, we're going to have a fucking pretty damn good team. I think Kappa pans out, we're going to have great O-line. And I'm not sweating backups because I've always said if you're hurt and you're looking at your backup, you probably ain't winning anyway. So, I mean, as good as the Lions were, they had something like 24 injuries and they still couldn't make it past the, playoff round. So you got to have your depth, man. It matters to have your players, starting players is what I was trying to say. Because I don't give a fucking who the backup quarterback is. Once our main quarterback goes down, I'm just like, well, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck here on out. But the Texans know how to call or to play college ball. The Texans know how to play college ball. I don't know why I'm spacing that conversation, but maybe it says, I don't believe Geno is a long-term situation at all. My fear is Spytech don't attempt to draft Jackson Dart or Sanders. If either one of them are available, we need a QB of the future. I don't disagree. But I also would say there's 3, 4, 5 guys, even though I wouldn't be like, man, that's the first guy I want to get. But there are 4 or 5 dudes there you can most definitely draft and sit back there to develop over the next few years easily. But there's I have so many mixed feelings about that shit because let's just look at it like this. Okay. Let's say you get your quarterback right now, right? And you're going to sit him back there and you're going to develop him. And then let's say that Geno goes out there and he fucking sucks. And then you got a fucking shitty draft pick for the next 2 fucking years. And you're not getting Archie next year. Archie ain't even coming out until 28 or Archie's not even going to come out. I just wiped my hand across my fucking what's it called right here? My mouse on my laptop, and it fucking took me right off screen. But long story short, you can't sit and tank out for Archie Manning over the next few years because that's not how it works. See, Archie's dad has made it public, clear as day, that Archie will go to college as long as it takes for him to get a degree, and then they'll allow him to go to the NFL. They've said it straight up. He will play 4 years minimum for the team. So I don't believe Archie's coming till 2027 or 2028. So at that point, if we were to lose, let's just say we lose, right? Let's just say we lose for the next 2 fucking years, right? Do you think it's smarter to say, oh, fuck it, let's take this quarterback that was a fucking 3rd round draft pick or fucking whatever we drafted him, 3rd, 4th, wherever the fuck we draft the guy, and then we're like, yeah, let's start him, but we can draft Archie Manning. Like, I'm pretty sure we're going to draft Archie Manning. I'm almost damn positive of it. And then you're going to have fucking competition that Archie Manning going to face your 3 years sitting on the bench motherfucker, which hopefully you'll hope that he's fucking developed. But what I'm trying to say is it almost doesn't make sense if you know you're going to suck to try to develop a quarterback. Like, it almost makes no sense. I mean, if you get put into the scenario like I just said, you literally just spent 2 to 3 years developing a guy you just picked up off the fucking deal right then and there. So I don't know. And there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out. The kid from fucking Tennessee is going to be fucking fired, dude. Like, Archie Manning's going to be fired. Like, there's some kids in college right now that are going to be playing this year that are fucking insane, like insane type players. Like, the next set of generational quarterbacks are on a whole fucking different level than the dudes right now. Like, they're on a fucking whole nother level. So long story short, I think I would, it's like I said, it's a tough feeling. I would draft to develop, but all I'm saying is if you have one bad year, you're in the top in the draft pick, you're going to get another quarterback anyways. So in this case here, you want to draft one because of this scenario, like what I believe. If you bring in Geno and Geno has instant success and he goes out there and starts winning, You want somebody to most definitely replace them if you choose to move on, or later down the road, you need a successor. So, yes. But if you're just going out and just say, you know, if you're going to go out there and you're just saying, like, I'm going to draft this quarterback and Gino's going to be the guy, but we're going to sit this guy. I don't know. I can't value the pick at a high pick, man. Like, I don't know how I'm trying to say it, because I fucked that whole thing up just now. What I'm trying to say is almost like I said about the contract earlier. It makes no sense to lock up Gino on a 3-year, $120-30 million, or a 2-year, $90 million, if you know you're drafting a first-round quarterback. It would be stupid as fuck to draft a first-round quarterback and then suppress him for 3 years behind the starter. Like, it would just be dumb. And you're not getting Shadir for 3 years sitting behind Gino's ass. His dad ain't going to have that shit. So that's not going to happen. Cam Ward, we're not getting him. So it's not going to happen. It's going to be Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart could sit for 3 years. There would be no argument. It doesn't matter if he's in the first round or if he's in the fucking second, third, or not. And that goes for Dylan Gabriel. That goes for fucking Quentin Ewers. There's certain people that can sit and not have no issue with it. But I don't think, for me, like, to take a first round quarterback and sit him and do that, no, it doesn't make no sense. You take Gino, go through the draft. If you draft quarterback first round, you don't extend him. You let him go 1 year, and then you let him walk at the end of the year. If you draft a quarterback in, like, say, rounds 2 through 4 or 5, 6, 7, then you sign Gino for the next 2-3 years and then go that route, because you're not worried about changing out your quarterback. And then if Gino has any down year in those, it doesn't matter about where you got the quarterback, because now you're going to get a fucking first round quarterback. So that's how I pretty much wanted to say it. Make sure, let's go back up here. It says, I appreciate everybody's comments, dude. I mean, I always say I'm not always right, okay? I'm just strongly advocated in my opinion. I appreciate all your guys' opinions. I'm not saying your guys' deals are bad or not. All I try to do when I talk football, I love people commenting. I love answering the comments. I just like to talk about the value, the people, the players. I just want what's best for the team, man. I don't want nothing personal for me. I don't give a fuck. I just want to win, dude. Like, just win, baby. Like, that's me. So I've never been biased to our team. I've always looked at every player fairly. I always put team need the first priority. So if I'm advocating or Jeanty, it's because I believe that is a very crucial position for us at the moment of where the team is built and been created. It's a position that we lack hardcore. It is not that I don't think that you guys are right about Henderson or Simpson or any. I like them all. I've mocked them in mine after we've taken a quarterback, but I've never mocked them before Jeanty. That's not going to happen. But that's all I'm trying to say. I'm just talking about the production of the player, what they can bring to the team, and how they can win right now. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't have no bias in nobody. I scout all kinds of players. I've watched them for years, not just for 1 year. I watch all types, from cornerbacks to DTs to fucking receivers, halfbacks, quarterbacks, offensive linemen. I just watch them as they're in the game. I'm not a real big offensive lineman guy. I know a lot of the top name lineman dudes because I see them in games when I'm watching them, but I'm more of a defensive tackle, cornerback guy, middle linebacker dude, wide receiver, halfback, quarterback. So I'm always watching those key players all the time, all types of college games. That's why in week 3, I said Jackson Dart would be top fucking 15 pick in the NFL draft. I said it right after the Carolina game when we got our ass beat by redhead old Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. But I said it right there. I was the first motherfucker to put it there. I said it straight up. Dart is a guy to watch the fuck out for. The Raiders should target this guy. Every person in the beat writers, YouTubers, all said, nope, Dart fucking round 6. Dart's around fucking 5. You'd be dumb to take Dart in the first round at that pick. I got posts on my Instagram. Go look at it and look at what I told all of them. You guys are dumb as fuck. You don't know how to evaluate a quarterback. You fucking don't know shit. You need the beat writers and bottom feeders, which is I call Twitter feeders, fucking to tell you when you can accept that he's that guy. I don't need their approval. I don't need their opinion. I know my shit more than those fuckers do. That's facts. I don't watch CNN, motherfucker. Like, I know real shit. I don't need someone to tell me that information. I study it. I know it. I've played it. I know it very fucking well. So when I do it, I just do it if I'm playing. If I'm behind the motherfucker at the halfback and I'm behind that quarterback, I view it like me on the motherfucking field. I've played both sides, halfback and safety. I've seen the field from both motherfucking ways. So when I look at building the team, I just look at it from my perspective of how I would want this motherfucker on my right and this motherfucker on my left, and how the fuck you playing in front of me, motherfuckers. Like, that's what I fucking want. I don't give a fuck about a guy's name. I don't give a fucking where he comes from. I don't care who people think about him. It's not it. Look, John Gruden didn't want Max Crosby until the other motherfucker kept coming to him and telling him, hey man, you need to watch some video on this guy. This guy's fucking doing this and this. Like, he didn't want the fucking guy. He didn't like how he looked. It wasn't a fucking big name. But the other guy that was watching that shit seen something. He's seen it in that motherfucker. He was like, he has that fire, dude. We are lacking this. Like, some people read people way fucking different. I'm great at reading people. I've been in this fucking UT. I read these guys like bucks. I laugh at them in their face. Like, I'm not susceptible to other people's bullshit, because I learned a long time ago when I was young and in the motherfucking streets, people will lie right to your fucking face. They'll tell you any goddamn fucking thing, and they'll dick suck any motherfucker that's willing to give them something. I have never dick sucked any motherfucker. I've been in a lot of fucking Raider games and a lot of Raider stadiums, and there was only one motherfucker that I've ever been in those games where he made every fucking person turn and literally be like, oh shit. And it was Al fucking Davis. I've been in so many stadiums. I never seen players that came out of the stadium, no matter if it was Mac or fucking whoever the fuck it was, walked out of there. There's a lot of people that are like, hey, great motherfucking blah, blah. But you can be in the middle of the game. Al Davis walk out of the tunnel all the way over in the corner. Motherfucking don't know, motherfucker. All of a sudden, boom, everybody. You on the opposite end of that bitch. And every motherfucking 30,000 fucking people right here on your left side, you already got it. They're like, oh, hey, fuck, right there. You know, like, it's who they are. It's what they bring. Like, we can't look at players to say, well, I like this deal. It's not about liking. It's about what makes the best need for our shit. We've done this bullshit drafting for years. We've done this bullshit. Let's reach. Let's take a hurt fucking player. Oh, he can have the ceiling. Fuck that. We just seen what can happen when you take the fucking player that matters. Okay? You take Brock, you win. You're going to take Jeanty, you're going to win. They're the two of alike fucking players. They're two generational motherfuckers that you do not see come out on the fucking field. It's not something that happens all the time. And now you got two of these motherfuckers together, two of these motherfuckers thinking, two of these fuckers contemplating inside about, you ain't stopping me, motherfucker. Like, you got a fucking problem. Like, you have a massive problem. You don't have a guy over here on the side that's like, I think I can beat them. I think I'm going to win today. No, these guys don't have mind frames like that. Their mind frame ain't like that. Their mind frame is, I'm a motherfucking machine. Stop me. Like, every post going out on Jeanty after his pro day, this fucking guy is built like a brick fucking shit house, dude. And not only is this dude just ripped from fucking head to toe, he can move like fucking butter, bro. He can slide across a whole motherfucker, hit a middle gap, and be on the outside motherfucking gap that goddamn fast. He's strong, powerful. You don't get guys like these guys that have these type of think-alikes to be two elite generational dudes on the exact same side of the ball doing the exact same fucking thing. I'm telling you, Bowers and him will be a fucking brutal nightmare, dude. It will be a nightmare. Max Crosby is in his own league on the defense. There's no fucking guy that matches him. Kuntz. I mean, Kuntz did phenomenal when he was coming up and bringing his energy and shit. But if you can match that type of power, man, you can't miss it. Listen, I like a lot of these players. I like T-Mac. I've mocked him in my mocks. I don't like Mason Graham. I'm just going to be honest. Motherfucker been in the league. He puts a lot of pressure. Fun guy. I think got like 3 sacks in his whole career, dude. Or like I said it, fucking Jack Sawyer for Ohio State fucking got more sacks this year in that guy's whole career. So I don't know what the big hype about Mason Graham is. I mean, does he play at a strong level? Does he have good energy? Like, yeah, I get all that, but the fucking guy, you're playing DT in the middle of the damn deal to be that dominant, and you're average 3 sacks your whole college career or 5. Fuck that. I've said it. I literally just said it. Jack Sawyer fucking got more sacks in one season in that guy's career. So I'm cool on him. I mean, I like fucking Will Johnson. I liked him a lot, dude. Like, I'm a massive fan of his. Like, there's no fucking doubt about it. Michigan player, great player, but he's injury prone like a motherfucker. The guy gets injured all the fucking time. And if we're sitting here saying, oh, we're not going to take Dart, but we'll take fucking Will Johnson, like, fuck that. Fuck that shit. I'm taking Jackson Dart over Will Johnson all day, every fucking day. Like, Will Johnson's a good college player, but he ain't in college no more. He coming to the NFL with grown-ass fucking men that are most definitely going to hit his ass. And watch him go against fucking DK Metcalf, and DK is going to dirt his ass, and he's going to go fucking injured for a fucking month, you know? Like, I'm good on that shit. I don't want him on my team. Like, I like him. He's a great player. I don't want him on my team. I think like I said, I don't know. I get so caught up in it because I like certain players. I won't lie. Like, I think like I've said, it's not that I like Jeanty, because like I have mixed feelings on Jeanty, but when I look at the roster and I'm like quarterback, tight end, wide receiver, fucking halfback, no halfback. Fucking put Jeanty with Geno and fucking Bowers and Mayer, and boom, Geno's job becomes 100 times easier. Now you can hand the fucking ball off. You can run the fucking ball and run the clock. Now if you can play action to fucking him, because now he's a threat. He's an instant fucking threat. There's no motherfucking team going on the field and being like, don't watch Jeanty. There's no fucking buddy doing that. They're going to be a motherfucker watching him at all times, dude. So, again, play action plays, dude, opens up big-time deals. If the defense doesn't respect you, they're not going to do shit. It's like I said about Waller for all those years, and it's just like I said about Jacobs. When you become one-way predictable, when the guy comes down like a Patrick Queen or a Roquan Smith comes down to the line, and he's sitting on the line, and he sees fucking Waller right here with his back in the backfield. All Roquan has to think is 80% is pass, 20% is run. I'm going to stay committed to the pass because there ain't a fucking thing this guy's shown me that he'll fucking block. So I'm not committing to the fucking block here. So odds are going to say, I'm going to win this bitch. And he didn't even start the play yet. That's the thing about people like Waller, and then once they become one-way predictable, you fucking know when he enters the lineup what he's in here for. You know damn well you're getting the ball. Like, if he ain't in this bitch, he ain't blocking. They're going to bring in another motherfucker, and then they're going to tell you, well, we had to bring this guy in, so now you know we're running the fucking ball. You see, like, you come too goddamn predictable, and you can't do that shit. When you're trying to pick up a player to fill up a position of need, it should be to replace who that guy is on the team, not say, well, let's pull this fucking pass catcher out, but let's put this run blocker in. You need to get a guy as close to the run blocking, pass catching as you can that don't become predictable. Same with your halfback in the backfield. Motherfucker can't catch the ball. He ain't never caught a fucking ball in his career, and fucking sure in the fuck ain't caught a passing touchdown till Jesse got to Green Bay. So he ain't gonna catch the ball. So he's running the motherfucker. Like, it's not hard for defenses that literally been playing defense since they were fucking this big, you know, fucking 5 years old, and they get to the NFL and they're fucking millionaires now with all this high-tech fucking technology and shit, and they don't know, oh, fucking this guy ain't gonna fucking run the ball. Like they all fucking know. Why do you think Jacobs was getting caught in the backfield so goddamn much? Why do you think Jacobs has such a good fucking deal going for him in Green Bay? Because they play off the play action. They fucking run past, dude. They keep the same guys for the same job. Like, whole fucking different game when you can do that. See where Jacobs is now? Can't do that with us because minute Jacobs come in or Waller come in, you're like, well, he's catching, he's running. Like, done. Like, there's no competitive edge there. It's like Saquon enters the game. You're like, this bitch gonna flip over you. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. Like, it's the unpredictability. So, like I said, you put people like those types on the same side as Jeanty and Bowers. I'm telling you, I feel like it'll be a recipe for fucking disaster for teams. Like, you trying to confine that, it's gonna be really fucking hard. You got a hard enough time trying to do it with Bowers. How the fuck are you gonna do it with him now too? And that's how I look at it. Look at what we did with Jacoby Myers, Tucker, that really didn't show up for shit, and fucking, a few players here and there. But Bowers kept the team fucking honest even after Devontae Adams was gone. He kept the teams honest, dude. They couldn't fucking just cover up over Jacoby or not. They were like, fuck, I got to cover on him and I got to cover on him. Now you're putting a guy in the halfback position. The halfbacks can be dangerous. If you catch a halfback in the flat or on a wheel on the sideline, no motherfucker's paying attention, boom, gone for touchdown, motherfucker. Like, halfbacks can become very dangerous. And the reason that I say this is because a linebacker has to face up on the fucking halfback. So if this halfback runs off to the sideline, this motherfucker has to think he's going to catch the fucking ball. He's going to think he's going to catch the ball. I need to get the fuck over there. Boom, leaves a wide open fucking section for your tight end. Run right by his motherfucking ass. Players make fucking plays. Like, that's what they do. If a player does not respect a player, he don't fucking run right all you want, bitch. I know you ain't catching that motherfucker, so I'm not going after you. Now it's 11 on 10. It ain't no 11 on 11. It's 11 on motherfucking 10. Football is not built the way people think it is by watching it or not. It's the way, like they always say, like, run to the ball, everybody to the ball, everybody to the ball. You have a better chance with 11 motherfuckers versus one. If the other teams on, when a ball falls and only 2 motherfuckers are getting there, but fucking on the other side, you got 8 motherfuckers getting there, you have a very high success rate to get that motherfucking ball. So whoever the motherfucker's paying attention, it's like why they say on ball, get the fuck on the ball. Like, it's out, it's here, get it, like. And that's why you hear it over our team for a while. But Pierce didn't do it right. He didn't know how to do it right. I said when that motherfucker popped up in the middle of the season talking about tackling problems, I'm like, bitch, these dudes are grown fucking men, dude. I've never played on a football team in my life where I said, look to the right and left of me, and I was like, well, the other fucking 10 fuckers around me can't tackle. We can all fucking tackle. That's why we're all fucking here, motherfucker. Like, we didn't, maybe one guy has a tackling problem, but there is no fucking way that the motherfucking coaching staff was like, we picked this team, we're halfway through the year, but you guys can't fucking tackle. Bullshit. That's you fucking changing shit. You try to make guys do shit they ain't never done, and that's why you ain't tackling. Let the motherfuckers go back to playing who they are, and they'll probably light that bitch up, like. Sometimes some people's systems are broken. I don't give a fuck if you won a fucking Super Bowl with the ball inside of your fucking head on a miracle pass or not. But, no. Hell fuck no. I've always said I hated when they say that. I think the Giants Super Bowl, man, there is such bullshit miracle on that deal. I said that when people wanted to talk about the Giants, great, man. Tom Brady will smoke your ass 9 out of 10 times, dude. Like, you watch that Falcons game, dude. Like, that's why I'm glad Tom's our owner, because that fucking dude's relentless, dude. Like, there's no place he's ever going to go into in our building. And this is why I've said it. I brought this up before Tom was even going to be the fucking owner. When we were looking at him and the conversation came up, I should have did it because I talked about it hell times, but I should have did it because I said I would love to know where Al Davis was in his fucking 40s, where Tom Brady was, and how they were viewing certain shit at the same fucking time, how they had a lot of things going, what was he going on, where he got to his success. I believe, in my opinion, Tom Brady and Al Davis have a fucking lot in common. Not a little bit, a fucking lot of it, dude. Like, I think they have some of the craziest minds. If you look at Pete Carroll in one of the pressers, right? I don't know if Pete meant to do it or not, maybe old age or not, but he said, he was like, I don't know if you guys hang out with Tom or not, but he's like, that guy is a fucking amazing. He's like, look at all the shit that he has going on. Look at all the stuff he's got going, and he's just fucking got it all. He's like, look at his vision for the team and all this. He said it in the presser live. Like, Pete even is fascinated by what Brady. When a guy is 73 years old, it's hard to impress any of those motherfuckers, dude. They've already seen a lot of shit. They've already been there. They've played against this man. They've watched his career. And now that this guy is literally sitting in there as a fucking coach and he's idolizing the player of just being management, just first-time management. Look, there's guys out there that'll tell you the truth. They'll just be like, hey, we're excited. We'll see where it goes. But there's nothing about that with Tom and with John and Pete. Every time they speak, they say, oh, we can talk with Brady at any time, or text away, or phone call away. Brady's vision, how he sees the team, how we want to build this organization. You don't hear him saying, well, I'm going to get mine. He says, I'm going to get guys that I know, and I'm going to get guys that I don't fucking know. We're going to intermix them so that way we all fucking grow. You know, like, you just hear all these things where it's like, for instance, okay, when John Gruden got hired, he went after fucking Paul Gunther. We all fucking know, if you're a real Raider fan and you're a real football fan, it wasn't John Gruden's offense that struggled our team. It was the motherfucking defense. Paul Gunther was such fucking ass. He was such ass. He couldn't fucking do shit. And what's up, kiddo? Hey, my knee, you can't climb up on me, my knee, man. Yeah, my knee's still hurting, baby. That what? Yeah, what, did you just wake up or what?
And when we did Subway, everything,
Yeah.
I eat my food, or he said, people turn that behind me. I eat to my left. I warning. So when I tell me to run on the porch, I know I did run on the porch.
What?
I went all the way, the beetle hole.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
I do every day. No, yeah. The whole time with the potato. I did where then dude, he eat all my food.
Who did?
did. Period.
Who?
Period.
Is this in your dream?
No.
In real life?
Yes.
They ate your food?
Yes.
Who was it?
Period.
Pee-wee?
Oh, who's?
Oh, Spirit?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, man. That sucks, kiddo. Gosh dang it. I would have whopped that horse right in its mouth, man. If you want, go make a bed out on the couch and lay on the couch. Turn the TV on, just lay there. I'm going to do a mock draft and talk a little bit more for their deals, and then I'm going to hop off.
And then you spin me?
Yeah, I'll lay with you on the couch for sure. Okay?
Well, Savannah's sleeping.
She's in her bed.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to lay in your bed?
And when Savannah eating his food, okay, so when he on my food and then he eat the bag. And then
You ate the
I
bag.
take that. Savannah hit him with the spoon. You're not funny. He hit with the spoon. Period 1. He do something. That
You're too much, kid. I'm going to finish doing my deal.
I have the bath. And And then I
You still
have
have your blue
the
deal in your hair? Oh yeah, I see it.
I have the bat, and then I have the boom. I have the boom. I come on. I what to buy?
All right, hey. When I get done, we'll talk about it, okay?
Oh yeah.
So go out there if you want to lay on the couch, get your bed blanket.
Purple night.
No, hell no, man. You were
Also, I'm the purple.
no. Nobody played Fortnite.
No. Purple tablet.
Yeah, but you guys probably got in trouble, so you didn't get no tablet or Fortnite. So, but go start your deal. I'm gonna finish mine, and then
Dad,
yeah.
we already do him, but it's so hard.
Yeah, I know. Your mom told me I gotta put them in there. I know. I'll try when I'm done. So, what I was saying is the offense wasn't the problem for John Gruden, okay? It was the defense. Paul Gunther's defense was just fucking trash, dude. It was garbage. The guy couldn't do shit. And this is when it becomes problems having friends. He didn't want to fire Gunther. He wanted to give him another fucking chance, and he thought he was going to be better, which he wasn't. He was garbage, man. The guy never worked. But this is what I love about Pete. Pete didn't say, go give me all my guys. I'm going to go get every person I know. Pete said, I'm going to get the best people that's qualified for the job. And I feel with Patrick Graham, I've said it in the beginning of the show that I believe that Pete is going to change Patrick Graham's defense by Pete's defense. And it's going to help Patrick Graham probably get a fucking head coaching job. But I don't believe it'll be for us. I would hope it's not, like, straight up. But what I was trying to mean by the conversation is I believe friendships sometimes hurt our organization and the development of what we're trying to do. Where in this case with the Spy Tech, the Pete, the Patrick Graham, all this, it's all different groups of everywhere. So you're basically just getting the qualification of the individuals, and they're going to put Pete's scheme together out on that field because it's a winning fucking scheme. I mean, Pete's been to the playoffs like what, 14 fucking years of his career, dude. Like, I think he's only missed it twice or so. He's won national championships in college. Like, Pete knows what he's doing. He didn't come here to get people that, weren't no good or not. So, let me just keep reading so we can get through a mock real quick. I don't know where the fuck it left off at. It says, yeah, this whole Kardashian debate is over. Let us just Raider fans chill. If we don't take Dart at 6, the Jets will at 7 or New Orleans at 9. I agree. I've said I'd be so pissed if we do not take Dart at the 6th pick and the Jets take him after us. I'll just fucking be livid. I'll be so livid because now I'm going to be like, okay, motherfuckers, you didn't jump the Broncos for Bo Nix. And now you sure in the fuck just let our quarterback go right on by to the fucking Jets. Like, fuck you, man. Like, yeah, I'll lose my shit. I'll tell you what, I'll be fucking pissed. Like, I'll be pissed. I don't even care if we get Jeanty and we let Dart go and he got to the 7th pick and they took him. Oh, fuck, man. Something's breaking. Something's going to break. Top Beats, we're not going to take a quarterback at all. It would be dumb if we take a quarterback right now. The only way we take quarterback is if we trade Aiden O'Connell. I'd rather Shadir than Dart. He's more NFL ready as a quarterback, and Dart just being over and Dart's just being overhyped. Ewers is too injury prone, and Melrose can't throw imminent passes to save his life. I'd rather Shadir than Dart. Shadir is trash. Like, any person that thinks Shadir is good, he's 0-7 against top-ranked schools, dude. Like, he gets his ass dominated on. Anybody can look good in a weak fucking conference in school, dude. Like, straight facts. What is it, like 170 fucking colleges across there? Like, no, Shadir is not the real deal. Like, Shadir is a good quarterback.
I've said it hella times. If his dad is not Deion Sanders, he does not fucking go in the top fucking 5 picks. He'd be a 2nd round pick, like no doubt. But because of his dad, he's gonna go in top fucking 10, top 5, top 2, who fucking knows. So, but to say that he's better in Dart, I would disagree with that. I would disagree because I don't know. It's a tough one on that one because Shadir offers pretty good deals, same as Dart, though. I mean, I don't know if Dart lacks anything Shadir has, and I don't think Shadir lacks anything Dart has. So I would say they're probably just as equal to each other. They're both mobile. They both can run. They can both scramble out of the pocket. They can both throw, both accurate, both big arms. Shadir don't have a big arm like Dart. Dart got a bigger arm than Shadir. So I'd probably say that's probably where Dart does have the advantage because they both have accuracy, which again, Shadir's deal is accuracy. So I'm going to say Dart and Shadir are probably pretty close to the same. I just believe Dart will have a better career because he doesn't have his dad hype all over him. Quentin Ewers is good. I mean, he is injured. I'm not going to lie about that. He has been injured a few times over the last few years. Milrose just dog shit. Before we got Geno Smith, it was looking like we could possibly get a quarterback in the draft. I don't see us drafting a quarterback at all. That's not true, Rudy. Geno is a 1-year deal. You draft quarterback, you can move on from Geno next year and have Aiden as a QB. We draft. Raiders lost Shadir Sanders, lacks strong arm. He also needs to work on his footing when he throws the ball. Says Rudy was born in Oakland 60. Went to the Raiders game as a kid because my mom worked at the Coliseum. Believe what you want because guess what? Homeboy DC is history. I mean, it's facts. He is history. Ozzy, the Raiders will likely sign Geno Smith to a small 2-year or 3-year deal. The quarterback class is the draft. And this draft is not that good. There are better players to draft that are not quarterbacks than Dart. I do not know where you come up with that shit sometimes. I mean, I'm just fucking mind blown sometimes when I read this shit. But whatever. Fucking Dart played in a PRO offense that doesn't require read and progression. Shadir played under Pat Shurmur, who actually ran an NFL offense. Sanders is a better QB. Who the fucking think who do you think his head coach is in the motherfucking at Ole Miss? Like, fuck, I'll give you a minute. I feel like some people, I mean, boy, says if we draft a player to develop for, that's why I don't read fucking comments. I'll just be fucking 100% honest because I don't read comments because some fucking people don't know the programs of college football. They don't know the fucking way that it works. Motherfucker, forget that goddamn Dart came from USC. You forget motherfucker played at USC. Like, to sit and say he comes from an RPO system and only has a first option read because of Lane Kiffin, which obviously motherfucking NFL core or offensive coordinator, to imply that that's the only thing Dart knows shows the lack of what you know of the quarterback because Dart can play in either, and Dart is not a first option motherfucking read quarterback, and he's shown that in the Senior Bowl, Combine, and so on. Pay the fuck attention, man. Like, I fucking hate when people misrepresent players, dude. Like, pay the fuck attention, dude. Like, fucking Shurmur is the only thing that made motherfucking Shadir as good as he fucking is. I've said this the whole time we've talked tonight, that if you don't have the fucking coach around you, you're not going to be fucking good. And even with Shurmur coaching motherfucking Shadir, he went 0-7 against top-ranked 25 teams. 0-7. So, bullshit. You know what Dart did? Took Ole Miss to a championship, won a fucking title. Fucking crazy. But, you know, whatever.
So not if we draft player to develop for a fucking year and start in 26. I personally think we pass on both of them and just take Jeanty at 6, to be honest. I mean, Jeanty, like I said, I think he would make the most sense at this moment. If we get Jackson Dart, I'm taking him over Jeanty. But if we're not drafting Jackson Dart, then I'm 100% for the Jeanty, taking Jeanty. Raiders lost. Dart transferred from USC to Ole Miss. He transferred because Caleb Williams transferred from Oklahoma Sooners to USC. It was very smart of Dart to transfer to Ole Miss. Says Ozzie P. Carroll is not about developing quarterbacks. That's not true. That's not fucking true. Like, where in the fuck do you get that from? He's worked with fucking Russell Wilson, Carson motherfucking Palmer. He's worked with Zach fucking Wilson. He has worked with all young fucking quarterbacks. Geno fucking Smith. Like, motherfuckers, again, I don't even give a fuck. Sometimes motherfucking don't even know the history of the goddamn fucking people they're talking about. Fucking Matt Leinart. Fucking, I mean, what the fuck? Eli Manning has been trying to convince the Giants behind the scenes to take Dart, but if they take Shadir Sanders and Cleveland takes him, the Jets will absolutely take Dart at 7. He won't last past pick 9. Facts. Straight facts. And I've said it. I've said this a bunch of times where they think Shadir is a lock at the 2nd overall pick or a quarterback. I've said it. Do not be surprised if Jackson Dart jumps that motherfucker in this draft because he has way better play skill than Shadir. So to say this scenario, I can see it for sure. Boy, fucking, Raiders lost, so, man, I like you, bro, and you got good conversations, but Dart ain't gonna be set for no fucking 2 years to learn wherever the fuck he goes. Like, where do you guys come up with this shit? Did you not watch the combine? Did you not watch the senior fucking bowl? You not watch this guy's fucking deals? Like, where in the fuck is that come from? Like, Dart has passed all his shit with flying motherfucking colors, not even fucking close. And people took away that bullshit narrative of the one fucking pass read deal the second he went to the Senior Bowl. So I don't know if you quit watching football or quit getting information somewhere, but that is absolutely not fucking true. The only reason Dart would sit for 2 years is if you sign Geno for 3. Be the only fucking reason. But Dart, if you take Dart in year 1, Dart will be starting next motherfucking year. Listen, I'm gonna just say it just like this, all right? I'm just get annoyed. This is how football works, okay? Again, Rudy, this one gonna go for you too, bro. You're not trading Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell on 2 fucking year more deal. He on a fucking $1 million contract, and he can win motherfucking games. You do not trade your quarterback that you drafted that's on $1 million fucking salary that can fucking win if your team goes down. You don't fucking trade that guy because you know what you're going to do when you trade the motherfucker? You're going to look for that guy again. You're going to look for that same fucking dude again. So, you know how stupid it would fucking be to trade Aiden O'Connell? You'd be stupid as fuck. You're not replacing him with a motherfucker that's winning. You got to get the same fucking guy back. So it makes 0 sense to trade Aiden O'Connell. Here, let me tell you guys how this should work. If you draft Jackson Dart at 6 and you fucking don't sign Geno for at all, you just play his 1 fucking year. So guess what? Year 1, Geno's the starter. Fucking Aiden's the backup, and motherfucking Dart is the 3rd, but he's learning under all of them, which again, I don't believe they need a bridge fucking quarterback when you have Chip Kelly, Greg Olsen, fucking goddamn Pete Carroll and all these motherfuckers and fucking Nate Carroll. You don't need a goddamn fucking bridge quarterback. Motherfucking got so much talent there that can develop quarterbacks, no doubt. You don't need a bridge fucking quarterback. So, and again, I've said this about Aaron Rodgers. I've said this about
numerous players. Not every quarterback is willing to just be like, yeah, let me teach you my shit so you can take my job, dude. Like, it's not what they're in the game for. Come practice with them, so on, great. But if you're going to sit and look at how to develop, you're going to take Gino on year one. You're not going to up his contract because you don't have to. You traded for him. He's going to play on that bitch. And then you're going to fucking play him on year one. And then at the end of the year, you fucking get rid of him. You say, good to you. Have a great life. And then boom, guess what? Jackson Dart comes in and becomes the fucking starter. And guess who's still the backup? Aiden fucking O'Connell. So it makes more sense to keep Aiden O'Connell as your backup for $1.5 fucking million than it would be like, hell, let's sign Gino and keep him as our backup for $45 million. That's stupid. That's stupid as fuck. It doesn't make no fucking sense, dude. Aiden can win games. He'll go out there and win you fucking 10 games right now. So no, it doesn't make no sense. That's what you do. And then you look for another fucking quarterback in the draft again to later round pick to be that third guy or go to UDFA after the deal. That's how that should work. If we're not doing that, we're fucking up pretty big here, okay? You don't go and extend a quarterback that you already replacing him 1 year later. It's like I've said, you can't get Shadir here and bench him for a motherfucking 3 years. It's not going to happen. Jackson Dart has shot up his board. He's proven every motherfucker you'd be stupid as hell to sit him for 3 years, which is never going to happen. And he will start year 2, 100%. And the reason I know it is because Tom Brady has advocated this the whole entire time. The biggest fuck up in the NFL is starting a quarterback too fucking early. He's always said it. Sit him for a year, let him develop, and then let him play in year fucking 2. So Tom Brady don't have no intention to sit a dude for 3 years. That's not Tom's intention. Tom's intention is sit you for 1 year, let you develop, and then you can fucking go in next year. Not for 3 years. He's not sitting nobody for 3 years. That's why I've said if your intention is to draft a quarterback to develop for 3 years, I told you earlier the scenario it can be is you just might suck in the year and you're going to draft a quarterback that's better anyway. So, said Ole Miss don't run says most draft prospects see Dart being the third QB taken within the mid-first round or early second round. Caleb is a bitch. I can't stand that now. Pause. He is a bitch, man. Fucking comes from my school too. Fucking faggot motherfucker. Facts, bro. Whole time AP wasn't head coach material. Lost Raiders los. If Dart has to sit for 2 years, then he's not worth taking the first round. Derek Carr was the second round pick, and he was a starter in his rookie. Yeah, but fucking who did Carr beat out? Was it Matt Flynn? Is that who it was? Matt fucking Flynn? Was it fucking Matt Flynn? And if it was, he's trash anyways. Mark my words, Rudy. Dart won't get past New Orleans at 9. I mean, I've said it. I'm 100% on that. I've been saying that since fucking week 3 of the regular season. Top beats. I've said it the whole fucking time that Dart would be there and he would not go outside. I said top 5, top 15 at best. Exactly my point. To me, Dart is really a 3rd or 4th round talent. This is just a weak QB class, so they're all getting overhyped and going to be overdrafted. Well, I'm just going to tell you both. You don't know shit about evaluating quarterbacks. Like, I'm just going to say facts. Like, it's just facts. Like, I'll listen to it for so much, but you don't know shit about evaluating the quarterback. Not you, not fucking Rudy. To imply that Dart is not a fucking top 5 pick, you're crazy as fuck. Top 5, top 10, 15. He's 100% first round pick. He's 100% fucking every bit qualified for it. I don't know what the fuck you two be watching. I know this for a fact. You ain't watched his fucking games in live. You've never watched this shit when he's played in it at Ole Miss. You've not watched the guy. You can't watch a highlight video and then claim you know the fucking player. It doesn't work like that. It does not fucking work like that. And these bullshit narratives about, oh, he comes from a Lane Kiffin or he comes from that, that's a bullshit narrative. It's just a narrative that some fucking dude creates. It doesn't mean it's real. It doesn't mean it's facts. I said in week 3, I'm wondering how in the fuck did I know in week fucking 3 that Dart would be projected in the first fucking round, top fucking 5, top 15 pick? How did I know that when everybody else didn't? How the fuck did that happen? And then what happened? Fucking week 3. So week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10, week 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, fucking playoffs, boom, done. Still no one talked about it. Guess when the conversation came about? When you go to the motherfucking combine. After the fucking Senior Bowl. Then people were like, oh, hey, look at this fucking kid. Look at him fucking flying up through this shit. I knew in week fucking 3, long before they knew in any goddamn Senior Bowl, long before they knew in any, and long before either one of you two motherfuckers thought you fucking knew. So you can take your fucking opinions and take it for what it is, but it's not fucking true. And that's facts. I fucking knew in week 3. You motherfuckers found out in week fucking, off season when Twitter fucking wrote a post and you read the Twitter fucking post and it said Jackson Dart shooting up the deal, blah, blah, fucking blah. That's when all you motherfuckers figured that out. See, I knew in week 3 because you know why? Because I watched the motherfucker for the last few years. I already knew the motherfucker was good, and I knew he wouldn't push the first round pick because of the fact that he comes from Ole Miss, or the first overall pick because he's from Ole Miss. He's not from fucking Miami. Miami has a higher school, higher upside, higher a lot of things. So he's going to be a little higher in there, just like Alabama quarterbacks and so on. But I knew damn well that Dart would be that motherfucking second or third guy. Said it the whole fucking time. See, I don't need motherfuckers to validate my information. I know it long before all you motherfuckers knew it. You just trying to talk about it. I fucking evaluated it and fucking knew it. Big fucking difference, okay? I don't talk about shit I don't fucking know. I never fucking do that. And I do not talk shit about players or bring up falsified information that is not fucking true. I cannot fucking stand that shit. It's like the instant piss you off fucking mode. Like instant piss you off mode. If you don't know the fucking player, do not claim to know the player. If you have not watched 2 years of him playing fucking football in college on regular TV and fucking seen him, you cannot speak about the motherfucking player. A highlight video does not validate the fucking player. Okay? It's just facts. Now, outside of it, everybody's entitled to an opinion. Everybody's allowed to, hey, I think it's not fucking true. I'm just going to say it like that. It's not fucking true. So to reiterate it, it's just fucking dumb. It's not fucking true. And it doesn't make no sense that we make crazy fucking accusations for a Colorado State fucking quarterback that can't beat competitive fucking players, got his ass beat down in the motherfucking bowl game. And we say Jackson Dart ain't valid of his shit. He got a championship. He dominated his shit. He didn't get fucking owned on, and he ain't fucking worthy of it. You fucking mess smoking motherfuckers, dude. Like, I've said it. The only reason that Shadir gets the credit is because his fucking daddy. It is not because of his fucking skill set, and it's facts. So, whatever. I don't even give a fuck. That's why I've said football ain't meant for everybody, man. Derek Carr is the best quarterback, says Beat Saints are taking a quarterback there. The Saints have a lot of quarterbacks on the roster. Derek Carr is not going to get traded or released on. I mean, if Derek Carr doesn't restructure his contract, he may not have a choice. So, and what's his name? Keelan Moore likes Derek, so I'm not going to say he's not. Spencer Rattler, he looks like a fucking alien. Taysom Hill, I don't even know if he's still there anymore. And then I don't know who else is on their quarterback list. So Derek Carr's contract's up. He's old. He's getting older. I don't know how. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've seen plenty of reports that's indicated the Saints to take a quarterback. I mean, I've seen multiple reports of it. I mean, they're in debt fucking like $70 million. So they're most definitely going to have to offset it somewhere, somehow.
Facts, if we can win 4 games with AP, we can win 8 games with P and this team. Fucking facts. And he's a better QB as a rookie than Carlos. I watched tons of tape, and dude, the Ewers will be a bust. I'm not a fan of his at all. Quentin Ewers was top-rated quarterback in college, dude, all the way until he got hurt this year. So if Archie Manning doesn't come to Texas, and then everybody has the hype of Peyton Manning, Archie Manning, and not, I'm talking about the son, I'm talking about the father, Eli, and all of them. I believe Quentin Ewers would have been the best quarterback in this year's draft. It's not even close. I mean, Quentin Ewers is easily better than Cam and them if he's playing at his best game. And that's why I said Quentin needed to go back to college and take the IRL, get that 11 million, go to Georgia or go to fucking North Carolina, go somewhere like that, because Ewers would have been first round 2026 draft, guaranteed. He would probably be the first overall pick if he wins with Georgia or Alabama or any of them, Ohio, any of those three, he's first overall pick. So I believe the only thing that screwed him was, I don't know why he decided he wanted to declare. There were 5 teams looking after him. They wanted to give him the IRL money. So I think, in my personal opinion, that might have been a fuck up. So, but do I think Quentin Ewers lacks the skill set? Fuck no. Quentin Ewers has all the skill set in the world. If he got with fucking Kyle Shanahan or fucking Kyle Shanahan, Andy Reid or not, that kid's gonna fucking win. He's gonna win. He's a winner. Kid's a fucking winner. I would take him as our quarterback, especially with Chip Kelly and what he did with fucking Will Howard. He's gonna kill it with fucking Quentin Ewers. Like, he's gonna murder it. So I like Quentin. I just think if you got to give him 2 years to sit, I think Quentin most definitely needs 2 years to mature. He's still too young. I think if Quentin got to come and sit for 2-3 years, I think he has all the tangibles you look at. And it's not only that, it's like I said earlier, it's his age set that gives him at the starter at a 24-year-old kid. So I believe in the Tom Brady method, man. I've said it for years too. If you don't develop quarterbacks, you're just throwing them away all the time. If you gave a kid like Quentin 2-3 years with Tom Brady in the background, fucking mentoring him, nah, this kid will kill it. He's going to be a great kid. Dart is the kid we need. I 100% agree. Like, if we're getting our number one choice, I want Dart 100%. I've said if the Titans wanted to trade with us, let us go to 1, I would pick Dart at 1. I mean, I'm all about Dart, dude. I think Dart will change this team in a heartbeat, dude. Like, he will take Bowers and Jacoby to a whole nother level, dude. Like, Tucker will fucking be catching 70-yard bombs downfield. Like, I hope we get Dart. I'm just hoping, like, I hope it'd be the biggest smoke screen to go over there and be like, yeah, we're targeting Jeanty. So motherfuckers are like, if they're saying, like, this is what I'm thinking, like, if we're playing like we're targeting Jeanty, it doesn't, like, because you got to think about this. If let's say the Jets think we're going to take Dart at 6, right? They have a trade partner. They can trade with Jacksonville. Jacksonville would have probably no problem trading one spot back behind us for them to go for Dart, then us to go for whoever we go, and they still get their player. So, but the thing we got is if they go for Jacksonville, we go for the fucking Patriots. They fucking move one back, they get their shit there. You see, like, nobody's losing here. So I think in this case, it would be like, you're only saying, like, you're going after, the only reason you're saying Jeanty is so the Jets don't try to jump us. That's the only reason. Because if the Jets think that the Raiders are targeting Jeanty, but they're really targeting Jackson Dart, then, boy, they just fucked them, didn't they? Because the Jets were like, what the fuck? You guys, the whole time we're over here thinking this guy, but you fucking took that guy. So that's where I would see that. Is Dart's his top beats Derek Carr. Never had an assistant head coach. John Green and Jack Del Rio was just a defensive-minded head coach, and he never developed Derek Carr. I mean, he had Ted Musgrave, dude, and Ted Musgrave did. They just fired him. Top beats the Raiders would only draft Dart if AOC were to be. I'm not even going down that. Jack Del Rio was an excellent head coach for the Raiders. McKenzie used him as a scapegoat, which is why I'm glad Reggie got fired the very next year. I'm gonna just say it like this. I think Del Rio was not as good as people claim, and I'm gonna tell you why. When AP was the head coach last year, they said responsibility falls on the head coach for whoever you hire and whoever you fire. That's what got him fired. What got Jack Del Rio fired was him firing, well, not firing. He literally just didn't re-sign Ted Musgrave, let him walk. He signed Todd fucking Downey's trash ass and put him as Derek Carr's OC, and that's what got that motherfucker fired. He had a 12-4 season the first year, and he had a 6-10 record the second year. Him letting Ted Musgrave walk is what got that bitch fired, and why he never got another head coaching job, because a head coach is the one that he's the one that fucking evaluates the fucking talent. And that was his talent. Like, fucking crazy, dude. Del Rio's escape says, I agree with that. Dustin Jackson Dart is the third best QB in the draft, but I strongly don't believe he's worth taking with the 6th pick of the first round. Really, I don't expect the Raiders to draft him at all. I wanted Harbaugh as well. Top East McKenzie is a good salary cap. Al Davis was passed away. The Raiders were on a disaster cap. I agree that Jeanty is the best back in the draft. The only thing I got is positional value at the running back position, but Jeanty is a different case, especially with the Raiders' need. Two teams likely drafting Jackson Dart, in my opinion, in the first round would be the Steelers or Rams. I put Dylan Sampson second best, and Sampson second best. He is ranked 5th, and he has all 3 traits: power, speed. Jeanty is the best back, regardless. Chavez once it becomes clear that he's a damn good quarterback, start turn team, draft him around. It will be another one of those missed opportunities by the Raider. Facts. That's 100% facts. I thought it would have been better if the Raiders taken Bo Nix, Clinton, or Quentin Mitchell in the first round last year. I do like Brock Bowers though. Let me just see how fucking. I'm not gonna read all these because I want to do a mock and it's getting fucking late. And the players rather replay the can't talk. Let's just read for a few seconds. It says, "Mutual respect, pops. Top beats means nothing to me. Dumbass all shapes and colors." Says I also did my research on the new head coach. Keenan Moore says he's all in with Derek Carr. I don't know who the F Tory is, but why did he say Tory in there? I mean, did Rudy bring up Tory or somebody? He said, I don't know who the fuck Tory is, but check this out. Pedro, I sound like Top Beats, aka David. What's They probably said some shit. I'm not gonna read some of them. Keelan Moore said Derek. He said Derek Carr is restructuring his contract with the Saints. Yeah, if Derek Carr restructured, then he's staying for sure. So I told motherfucker Zeus was not Josh when he was first guy. And I said that motherfucker had hit a pole in an open field, man. Like, I had hopes for him for a minute, dude. But the second that motherfucker just went off again, I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy. You can't trust him. He's like a fucking rotten dog that'll bite you when you turn around. He said Broom Biddy came back, kicked the Falcons' ass in the Super Bowl. He said, I don't think Pete Carroll idolized Tom Brady. However, there is a multi-respect earned and respected. He says, we interrupt his channel for an important father-child moment. Nothing is more important than that. Appreciate that. Fucking the only Sanders I want to see getting picked up is the draft day is Colin Sanders. That's funny shit. Salute, Gord. I need to go to later, everyone. Peace out, Rudy. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Boys, greatest session. Great pod. Peace out, Top Beats. We can do a mock real quick, dude, just so we can do it. And then I got to hop off too. It's fucking 12:30. But facts, if you ain't watched a whole game on the player, rather live or replay, then can't talk on it. Listen, man, I'm just going to say this. I like everybody. Everybody's good people. I love talking to them, love listening to them. But if you do not scout a player in real game footage, you cannot fucking sit there and say because you watch a highlight video that you know what that guy is going to be. That's fucking crazy talk. There's no way I knew Dart in week 3 was going to be a fucking top 5 to 15 pick in the first round without knowing who he was the year before. There's no motherfucker out here was talking about it. There's nobody out here. Rudy and them all said 6th round, 4th round. We got plenty of videos with them in the chat. Everybody said it. Then Twitter told them. Twitter put out a message and said, okay, guys, you can now say he's going to be top 15 pick. Like, that's the difference between me and them. I didn't need the motherfucking Twitter to tell me because Twitter is like fucking, what are they, like 20, 30 weeks later? Like, fuck, I didn't need their fucking feedback. I'm sorry. I didn't need 30 weeks in advance, fucking in the future. I fucking had that shit 30 weeks long before they thought about that shit. So I hate that shit. When motherfucker wants to claim a player don't know something because of the system he's in, bullshit lie. He is fucking smart, dude. Like, what's it called? Fucking Dart is smart as fuck. He's a smart fucking dude. Let me fucking get my split screen here. Shared screen. Fucking let's go. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. All right, let's try this again and see if it'll fucking work or not. How the fucking mm, why isn't it fucking not bringing that? Oh, I was alright. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I don't really like doing 7 rounds because I can really care less on the people at the end. I don't really give a fuck about them. I'm only gonna do 5 rounds. I can care less about fucking 7 rounds. Maybe as we get closer to the like draft, then we can do the full draft. But for right now, I'm not trying to do the whole draft. So when I do drafts, just so people know, like I don't do unrealistic shit, okay? Like for instance, Cam Ward gonna be on the board right here. He's not gonna be on the board, so I'm not gonna take him. Ashton Gentry is gonna be on the board every fucking time. It's gonna be Will Johnson's gonna be on the board almost every time. McMillan gonna be on the board almost every single time. Most of these dudes down the deal obviously gonna be on the board. For me, like I've said, the more that they've honed in on it, the more that they've talked about it, I believe it's going to be Ashton Gentry is going to be their main target. Yeah, kiddo. Yeah, I'm almost done. Just a few more minutes. So we're picking at the 37th pick. All right. So again, this is where I'll do more realistic. Some of these people like Jalen Walker, Mora Starks, probably even Mika, however you say. Like a lot of these guys, I'm not even going to look at because they're probably not going to be on the board. So to stay more realistic, if we were to say 37, I'd probably say like Derek Harmon be the lowest I would probably go just because we don't have very many picks from 31 to 39. So with these people on the board here, I mean, I can tell you I don't even like this already. See, it's Hampton is the guy I was trying to say earlier, who I think is the second best halfback in this class. Is say again. If I was picking out of these guys, for me, I'm probably going with Xavier Watts, dude. I mean, this guy's a fucking little badass. I'm probably picking Watts. I don't like this draft, but that's who I would pick. What?
Can you Tennessee with me now?
Yeah, in a little bit, dude. Can you chill? I'm gonna head that way in 1 minute. Again, this is another probably unrealistic pick. Jaden Higgins. I would take Jaden right here. If he was on the board, I would take Jaden Higgins. That would be my pick right now. I mean, fuck, I'm probably going with Isaiah Bond here. Where are we at? 108. Fuck, we ain't got a linebacker yet. But he's not going to be there, so I'm not even. I already know. I mean, in the 4th round, if you're going to be looking for value of a quarterback, I think you don't have a choice, but I mean, if you're just sitting Curtis for a year or so, I mean, he would not be. I think the best two options is either Kyler McCord or Curtis Ruger. Even Riley Leonard's not a bad option. Yeah, Faith, go back out and I'll be there in a minute. I'm gonna just finish this and then I'll come out.
When do you come on?
I mean, Farmer, I want to be mad at Farmer. What is this, the 4th round here? He's got all good tangibles. I mean, his tackling 70, pass rush 76, run defense 4-star recruit 3. This is a tough one here because you want to take the quarterback, but knowing that, yeah, give me a minute, kiddo.
And that.
He's like, this guy's pass blocking. Yeah.
I about to say, well, you didn't do that. You did pass.
You're probably right. It's almost 1 o'clock. I gotta get going. Frickin', I gotta get up early in the morning. Let's close this. I don't know. I don't like this mock draft here, but I mean, this guy's got it all. Everything across the board comes from a good school.
That one. That.
All right, give me a minute. I'd probably take him. I mean, what round are we in? 4th round. And these are our options. I mean, it's either McCord or Denzel Burke. I'm probably going. We'll see quarterbacks in the next one. $139, and we're picking at 140.
Dad.
Yeah.
Will you sing?
We're picking at 143, 139.
Someone walk outside.
130.
Dad. Someone walk outside.
What?
Someone walk outside.
Where?
Every day. I hear someone free tips.
Just now? There's nobody out that deal.
But he free tips.
Maybe the horse.
No. He got 2.
There's nobody out there, kiddo. I promise you.
They'll
They'll get shot like instant. I promise you, there's nobody out there.
to the vet.
They're gonna get shot. Like
Them bury. Them make a big hole.
where?
3. I think the horse die.
Are you saying right now? Someone's out there digging a fucking hole for a dead horse right now.
Yeah.
You are crazy as hell. Where do you come up with this shit at?
Mom said if the horse die.
I would probably take Curtis Ruger here because it probably seem more realistic. 143, 139. I'd probably take Ruger. I don't like this draft, but it is what it is. Draft is Jeanty, Xavier Watt, Isaiah Bond, Denzel Brugge, Curtis Ruger. We're going to do a speed one real quick. We're going to do a speed round real fast.
If the door open, if you go out there and beat them butts.
Fuck yeah, I would.
Oh.
Yeah, we'd have a major fucking problem real fast. Someone's getting shot and dying, so it ain't gonna be good for him that day. I can tell you that right now. They'll be meeting God real quick. All right, let's just do speed draft. Let's just see what happens here. I'm still fucking drafting Jeanty. I mean, if Abdul Carter was there for real, I'm taking him, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Daddy, you're not ready.
Why did I not start it? I didn't start the fucking draft.
Dad, ready. Dad, I want you to tell the ready. I need to take the one.
Just chill, dude.
To take the Reddies.
No. My Raiders are right here, dude.
The Reddies were there up there.
Man, I got my shit moved over. How the fuck did that happen? This stupid ass ad keeps popping up. Shit's annoying. I mean, it's a no fucking brainer. If Campbell's here, I'm taking Campbell for sure. But I don't know if Campbell will make it into the second round. I mean, Dart is not going to be the 41st overall. I'm taking Campbell if he's here, 100%. What are we picking at? 68.
Dad, what about if you were that dog and he told me and he beat you, but
He's not going to beat me up, kid.
but what about if he told me and he will beat it than you and he beat you?
Well, you'll see.
What about he 55 him?
Listen, Faith, I've beat the fuck out of dudes that are way bigger than me, way fatter than me. I beat up dudes that are 6'6", fucking 330. I don't give a fucking how big they are. That has nothing to do with anything. Plus, my gun, it doesn't discriminate against weight, color, height, or not.
Dad, to be to sleep now.
My gun's gonna shoot a motherfucker
Dad,
regardless.
to sleep.
Go to sleep then, go. I'm finishing.
Wait, you need to. I know don't you take your butt up.
I mean, maybe I would think about. I might think about if. I don't really like him. I mean, he's okay player. Just so people understand, like Campbell probably wouldn't be a realistic option. It'd be like Carson Switches, or however you say his name, would probably be the real option for us to take. That would probably be who we'd be looking at. Here, I'm still rolling with Isaiah. I'm still taking Isaiah. I would take putting yours right here.
Dad.
Yeah.
You didn't did that one day?
I like this guy. I like this guy. He has all the tangibles, everything.
Come on.
I'm pick this fucking dude. I like him a lot. Logan Brown.
Dad, piece somewhere in the deal.
So pretty much the way I look at it is like this. If we were to pick up Ashton Jeanty, the odds would be it'd be like an Isaiah Bond in the second round, not Campbell. Campbell probably wouldn't even be the option there. He would probably be up in the first round. Somebody would already taken him. I think Isaiah Bond would be in the second round. Would be more realistic. Quentin Ewers would be in the third round, and Logan Brown would probably be in the fourth round. These mock drafts have some players projected too far out, but when the draft starts, they're not going to be projected there. They're not going to be going in fucking Quentin at 108. He'll probably be, like I said, in the third round. A team is going to need a quarterback. They're going to want to develop him. He's going to be a third round. Isaiah Bond, a lot of people like him. A lot of people like his tangibles. He can easily be a second round wide receiver. Like I said, Campbell, I think he'll be a first round pick, so I don't think he'll be there. So if I was just doing this draft for real, I would say Jeanty in the first round. Then I would take Campbell off this, so Campbell wouldn't even be there. Isaiah Bond in the second, Quentin Ewers in the third, Logan Brown in the fourth is how I would probably rate that. Yeah, and Quentin can go as high as the second round, I bet. But I think if he stays to the third, it'd be where he should be. But I can see a team trying to get him in the second round. But that's what I think. That's just my opinion. So I like Williams. Williams is a good cornerback. Every time at 37 is no Williams on the board at cornerback. Rookie is okay. What cornerback? Yeah, so I'm gonna hop off, man. I gotta get my kid to sleep, and we'll probably do another live here. Ozzy, I'll probably hit you up and come on, fucking talk some football, but we'll just figure out when I get some time. I haven't had some time. Literally got fucked up by a pipe just a few days ago, but either way, had a water pipe break and came around and whopped the fuck out of my knee, dude. So I almost broke my leg, but it's been healing pretty good so far. So we'll see how it heals up. But long story short, I'm gonna hop off here. I hope you guys all have a great night. This would be the draft I'd like over here. Pretty ideal. I just think Campbell would be off this list. I think Bond, Ewers, Brown, and Jeanty would all be real options. But either way, I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll catch you guys here in the next one, man. Raider Nation for life, baby.